until 7.
I mean, the fact that they got a freaking movie star to step down to, culturally step down rather, to a sitcom level, it was just brilliant. And just perfect for that.
Yeah.
I really gotta fix my announcement bot because it like just does the YouTube, not the Twitch. There we go. There we go. Double check that shit's working.
I loaded up your Twitch channel right as you burped.
Oh, okay. Well, I know Twitch works then.
So I heard it twice.
And YouTube seems to be working. All right, we're good. We're good. So have you watched any of the videos about the Monsters of the Multiverse book? Any of you guys yet?
No.
They are, the way they're like, they're redoing all of the core races and stuff like that, which like I'm not opposed to. Actually, what they're saying actually makes a lot of sense. It's just, wow, they just keep making a lot of revisions on how races work.
Yeah.
I don't mind what they've been, like they mentioned, like none of the races have stats listed in them anymore, like stat adjustments. They're just like, yeah, there's just no sense to have stat adjustments tied to the races anymore. We don't want that. We don't want them tied to being favorable to certain classes, even though the numbers really don't matter that much. People still do it. So just, that is completely gone now. All gone. Also, there are certain races like hobgoblins and stuff. They like, a lot of the abilities are very tied to their culture, and we don't want that. We want your race to be able to be playable from any culture, any setting. Maybe the culture's different in another setting, stuff like that. So like they've reflavored some of the things like hobgoblin, for example, to be other abilities that make sense more for the race rather than the culture.
If they take pack tactics away from kobolds, I'm gonna fucking riot.
I am sorry to say this, but I think they did. Kobolds, as far as I know, got like a rework, like a big rework. I'm wondering if they took pack tactics away.
See, pack tactics seems like it's more of an instinctual thing than a purely social thing.
I'm hoping they didn't take pack tactics away.
Yeah.
I mean, that was, oh my god, it made kobolds as long as they had friends, it made kobolds like that was their power. That's their superpower.
Yeah. It's what allowed them to punch above their weight, like having the goblins have that small thing.
Yeah, Fury the Small.
Yeah.
And it made up for the kobold sunlight sensitivity.
I don't know the all of the details of how they were working it. I guess they're taking some of the things that were in the Unearthed Arcana for kobolds, and they've changed some of it, so there's going to be differences, but they're changing a bunch of things. They reworked a bit like how elves work, for example. They said there's a lot of features that have always been talked about in previous editions, but never actually worked into the race, like the elves, like Reverie, actually doing something other than just you don't have to sleep. Now apparently it's going to actually do something. Elves will actually get to commune with their ancestors on a nightly basis and get a training and like a skill as a result and stuff like that.
So that sounds like something straight out of fucking Eberron right there for elves. Any elf in Eberron.
Yeah, really. But I mean, it's always kind of been an elf thing. Like if I think of like even my second edition, like complete book of elves, the Reverie thing was about them connecting with their both nature and ancestors. They were just sort of meditating on their connections, and they did that instead of sleeping. And it looks like they've actually like made rules for it finally after all these editions.
It's also technically what elves do in 40k.
That's fine. We're talking about D&D.
Yeah. No, it's just something that popped in my head. Probably because I was talking a lot about that earlier with a friend, so.
This is a 40k free zone on my channel. 40k free zone.
Oh, yeah. That's right, I forgot. You guys don't have taste.
Oh.
Whoa. Yeah,
Loud noises all the way. Yep. Oh. get ourselves set up. See if anyone stops by. We got a couple people in here. In the background, I already see. I see a lurker named Wop-Tart, and I'm afraid to say that out loud. Please tell me that's not racial in Oh god. Please tell me you're young enough that you didn't think of that being a racial slur. We'll see.
I mean, my mind went immediately there, but
well, we had to grow up with that shit. Like, even though our generation was a hell of a lot better with it, I mean, you know, her like boomer grandparents and shit. Like, I remember my grandfather being even little things like, I got no problems with lesbians. I mean, I don't understand it. They probably just haven't met the right man or something, but whatever. I'm like, how did you get that so wrong and so right at the same time?
Well, you're completely ignorant, but you're trying.
Yeah, you're trying. That's a step. That's a step. You tried. Oh my gosh. I should make sure that I remind Kathy that we're live too. Because I think she wanted to watch.
Wop-Tart essentially boils down to wet waffle.
See, I was thinking it was a Megan freestyling reference.
Hey, Joda man. Thanks for the apology for not showing up the other day. If you're sick, you're sick. I've heard from other people in the friendo community that it's not normal for you to just like no call, no show to a game, apparently. So like I'm not gonna hold that one against you if that's like out of the norm for you. But thanks for messaging me, being like, hey, so yeah, I slept, and then afterwards being like, it's because I was like sick and stuff. That's understandable. Human body sucks.
We are all ashamed to have one.
I'll actually send her the YouTube. I think that's more comfortable for Kathy to see than the Twitch.
Probably, depending on the specs of her computer too.
She'd be on her tablet.
Okay,
But like she's never been on Twitch before, but she's on YouTube all the time.
Okay.
She's old.
Because I know mine.
She's wonderful.
Oh.
We love her, but Twitch is not in her wheelhouse.
No.
I've been sick and the depressor taking over my sleep schedule. Yeah, that's fine. Understandable. Almost 17 hours. That is like a year's worth of sleep for me.
Yeah. I was gonna say, how's your sleep schedule doing?
I slept last night, actually. I got almost 5 hours of sleep in a row.
Oh shit.
Well, I woke up once, but mostly in a row.
I am jealous. 2 hours.
I did pretty good. I'm pretty sure it was about 5 hours. Yeah.
I'm only right ahead of you with 6 hours.
I got to bed around 5-ish. Woke up at around 10-ish.
I hate you guys.
I woke up a few times between that as well. Hey, normally I'm bad. Normally my sleep schedule is like probably worse than yours, and has been for my entire life.
12 more sleeps till Christmas.
12 more sleeps till Christmas.
Is it much of a schedule?
You've been saying that all year.
Your usual schedule is to not get sleep.
Yeah.
If you get sleep, it's diverting from the normal schedule.
Like a lot of people are like, it can't be that bad. Even Lily was like, it can't be that bad. And then you know, we moved in together, and she's like, yeah, it's worse actually. Yeah.
You need to stop method acting your elven characters out.
That's what it is. Yeah. My first D&D book was the complete book of elves. It wasn't even the players. It was the book of elves, because I was like, this seems cool. I like this. I like this. I like these elves things. What is wrong with the dog? Holy shit. So I was, maybe I'm just, since then, I decided, hey, what the hey? I like elves. I don't need to sleep. It's fine.
Yeah. The best way I could describe to somebody who doesn't have insomnia is essentially stand on one foot. for as long as you can. And when your foot starts to go numb and tired, you would instinctively want to step off that foot, but you can't.
Not loud. Yeah, I hate.
You just can't.
I hate people that are like, "Oh, so you're like never tired." Oh no, fucker! I am tired all the time. I am always tired. I don't know how I get anything accomplished.
You're like the Hulk of fatigue. That's my secret. I'm always tired.
Yeah, that's my secret. I'm always tired.
It's a good thing I'm not like an insomnia. I mean, my sleeping tends to be kind of crappy, but not nearly as bad as yours, because I'm tired all the time anyway. If I didn't sleep on top of that, I would just die.
Yeah, that's just the meth for you, though. So that's not. Yeah. Man's a living warforged, doesn't sleep, just becomes inert with his eyes open for a few hours. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty much it. So we are missing 2 characters tonight. Flannery is not here because we're having yet another snowpocalypse. And even though we've shoveled the driveway, my girlfriend has shoveled the driveway like 4 or 5 times today. Just so we can get mail and packages and stuff. We're not going to pick up Flannery. So, because she is the one person that actually plays in person here, because she doesn't have a setup at home to do it. So she is not going to be joining.
I was about to say, if you were the one shoveling the driveway, we'd be attending your funeral right now, not game.
Yeah, well, I shoveled a little bit out back, and yeah, like I shoveled the other night because we needed to put garbage and during the last snow apocalypse, and I was dead for like a week. It's not good. It's not good. And then Hawk is feeling headache, I think, this week. I think migraine. Last week was tummy troubles. I don't know. He's just got a tough life right now. He's got a lot of shit going on. So I think it was migraine this week. So Hawk is out again. But that's fine. He is one of our best buddies. He'll be back when he can be back, and that's not a problem. In the meantime, we have 5 other adequate role players that we will go ahead with.
Oh, way to oversell us.
I know. I pumped up as best as I could, but it would be lying if I went too far beyond that.
You need to divide that number by half.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, at least our absentees are thematic. It's basically the siblings that are not here. So
That's true. Yeah, it's the siblings, because Hawk and Flannery are playing siblings in the game, so they are not here. But with that, I think we can get into our recap, our intro, and let's just get into it. Won't be much of an intro because it's honestly we're just kind of picking up where we left off. But let's get into this shit, shall we? I think we're all good to go. Alrighty. So, previously on The Truth Outside, the group had come across the Tokere pylon and decided the mention of a rich, fairly unexplored Numenera ruin was too good to pass up. After speaking with various members from the camp and learning a lot more about the situation, the group did become a little anxious about the severe time limit the pylon has for how long people can remain safely inside before being charred to a crisp. Although the group itself used its collective intelligence to map out some of the primary paths through the pylon, the shifting structure made it almost impossible to figure out the details of the individual parts of the layout itself. After some ingenuity, the group also figured out a way to start working on a protective system for the massive heat, something that could take a considerable amount of time, even without finding the needed materials. The materials that the group was able to find upon their first foray into the structure has helped them a lot, as our protagonists were able to stumble upon a group of apparently sentient entities that had modified a room to continuously provide a cooled atmosphere. Communication with the Kui was halting and difficult at best, but some information was learned. The group was able to figure out some of the key plan seeds needed to craft the cooling Numenera needed to plan to survive in the pylon. With a little research, it looks guaranteed to prove fruitful. With the information, you begin work on your safety gear and looking forward to more delves into the pylon itself. Also, getting together everything needed for the instant workshop, I think it's called. It's kind of your first step. So with that, we work through the next few days of tireless work, for the next few days of tireless work. The group gathers themselves and takes a break from delving while the crafty people work on plans for the safety measures and crafting the workstation required to actually build these future safety measures. The locals also provide a copy of the maps of Navarine to the group, which I will, load for you guys if you want to see it at some point. Although the notes of what the places are rather scarce, you are going to have a clearer picture of some of the major cities and landmarks within your kingdom. They've actually now made it in the world map. You now actually get to see the entire country. You don't really get to know what's all in it because a lot of it's still, you're country bumpkins, right? You don't really know most of it, but you at least you got to see like a nice map and sort of where certain things were pegged and what the names are and stuff like that.
Fancy.
Flannery, Hawk, Horatio, and Lance, meanwhile, are put to work in the camp, gathering basic materials such as wood, discarded synth metals, stone, etc. Hawk, Horatio, and Lance are of particular interest by both the camp's cook, Irvin, and the injured researcher, Naomi, both of whom spend many a long hour watching the muscly, sweaty men helping around the camp. Not that the physical labors of Flannery go completely unnoticed, with the occasional sly look from the teamster of the group, Jenna, who also pays rather close attention to the active farm girl. Thanks for the follow there, Tricky Beats. Over the course of a few days, the group is able to erect a crude but workable structure so that the group need not sleep as exposed as they have been. A blessing considering the pouring early summer rain has yet to stop. And that brings us to the hopeful completion of the instant workshop. I pre-rolled the weather because I just wanted to see what the weather was as we go through it, and still pissing down rain. So you guys are gonna have to deal with that.
We love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with that, I have, for anyone watching that is familiar with Numenera, crafting stuff takes a while, and I don't think that's fun. So I have scaled the crafting times because like you want like a really high level artifact, it could take you years in game to craft it. How many campaigns do you know of that's be like, hey, I'm gonna sit here 10 years and I'm just gonna craft something? Okay, cool, have fun. I'm not doing that.
Being able to get people at a table like once a week is a blessing.
Yeah. Like, you don't want to sit at the table and be like, I fast forward 10 years. No, you don't want to do that. That's not why you're playing this game. You go play Farming Simulator. I like Farming Simulator, but that has its own time, not RPG time. So with that, I have scaled crafting times, which are in there now, thankfully. Let me bring it up. Crafting time. Okay, so let me show to all. So these are the new crafting times I have implemented. Except for Cyphers, the 5+, I actually meant to change to be 4 days, not 1 week. We'll see. I think 4 days, just to stay in line with everything else. Significantly better, because there's already other gates that, like, if I wanted to slow you down, theoretically I could. It's Numenera. Artifacts and ciphers and everything run out. Like, it's not like they're forever anyways, except if Malik keeps doing his shit, then we'll see. But also, like, I'm in control of what parts you guys get. If you guys start like killing it and you have like way too many artifacts and ciphers, maybe you'll run into a little bit of a dry spell. I don't know. We can balance the campaign as we go. Implementing another gate of having to spend buttloads of time to craft, no thank you. So
you can also do GM intrusion on successful checks.
And yeah, I could GM intrusion on a check, and like I try not to use a GM intrusion to make a failure happen. If a success happens, a GM intrusion, as far as I'm concerned, should make it an interesting success, but I would not negate a success if generally, if at all possible. Sometimes I might. But generally, especially in stuff like this, I generally would not negate a success if I can help. So that is my announcement of the week. I redid crafting times because it was just redonkulous. It was just redonkulous. So now we've got new crafting times for that. As a result, it was only 2 days to finish your. It was only 2 days because it was level 3. It was only 2 days to finish your instant workshop, which I think is a little better.
Yeah, definitely. So I have to roll for the level of it, right? Or did we already do that?
No, you determine the level when you're crafting it. You decided to go for the minimum just because like that's what you had the parts for and it was the easiest at the time.
Okay.
So you were going for level 3, which is the minimum for an instant workshop. Now the difficulty, so what you're going to have to do now is it's an intelligence check. For the difficulty for an artifact is 3 plus the level, so it's going to be a 6 difficulty. So this is one of the few times you actually know the difficulty. And yeah, you've got people helping you out and everything like that. So yeah, let's start with a roll, shall we?
Okay, so I'm rolling intellect.
It is an intellect-based roll, yes.
Okay, and then who's helping me?
Max.
Okay.
And I think Cyrus also?
I would assume Cyrus is also helping.
So you're giving me the ease by 2?
I'm helping.
Yeah. So you should get 2 eased twice from them. You'll get like basically it's 2 assets. And you're trained in it, so that should also ease it 1 level as well.
Okay, and that'll happen automatically.
That should happen automatically if you clicked on the skill rather than on intellect.
Oh, sorry, which skill am I rolling?
Oh, that would be the Numenera crafting.
Numenera crafting?
Yeah, click on that, it'll apply it automatically.
There we go. Beautiful. And I would like to apply a level of effort as well.
I figured as much.
Yeah, so where do I put that?
There should be a thing in there for it.
Intellect, assets, effort to ease task. 1 level. There we go. Alright, let's roll it. Beats difficulty 7, I'll take it.
Yep, you're good. You're definitely good. You're definitely good. So with that,
emotional damage.
Oh my god. Already? All right, we're complication, I see. 1 second. Let me read this first. Jigfishy, what?
What?
That's completely out of left field. I fucking love it. Okay. Roll to see who has to carry an emotional support chicken named Henley for the day. They cannot put down the chicken or suffer psychic damage as a result.
Oh my god.
Wow, okay.
I roll a d5, I guess.
So I'm going to change it just a little bit. I'm not going to say for the day because we're kind of cycling through a couple of days here. So I'm going to say like for the next major scene, like that they're probably going to delve back into the ruins after this. So we'll deal with that in a second, but they're going to have to take a chicken with them. We will allow this. I will allow this. Jigfishy. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I want to see more complications like that.
Hi, dog. You're not supposed to be in here.
Of anybody, it would be Jigfishy to make a complication like that.
Yeah. It's a shame Flannery wasn't here because that would actually be perfect for her character.
We have 5 people.
You have 4 people and a glorified toaster.
Oh, you don't want to be considered people? Got it.
Lance doesn't consider me people.
That's true. Cyrus. So we'll get to you about the chicken in a second.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yes, we'll get to that. But your workshop thing, and let's Is this the right one? It is the right one. Okay. Bring everyone over. I got an actual like theater of the mind map for the pylon. All right. At the base, which is now becoming a little bit bigger, you guys have a makeshift structure, and now within the makeshift structure, you have the artifact needed. You have the instant workshop. It is created. I'm assuming you deploy it?
All I see is black.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we supposed to be able to see something right now?
Oh, wait. 1 second. Token vision things. I don't need that on. Is that on? Try this again.
There we go.
My bad.
That's a cool effect on the tower.
Yeah. It's like, because the tower normally is like looks like this, right? And then I just added some lights and walls and stuff.
Nice.
And then
Also
a little little flickering fireplace down where the base is.
I'm sorry, did anyone else that just think of, by looking at that, just be like, line piece?
Line piece.
Line piece.
Line piece.
It's good shit. I like that.
I want to tell you.
Oh, I forgot that existed. Thank you.
Me too. Yeah. Thanks. Oh boy. Okay. So with that, you have your instant workshop.
All right. Obviously free to use for anybody, but we've got a project to complete. Now, are we wanting to do another delve first before we go ahead with trying to make these shields, or do we want to make them to test them?
Well, what do we need in there? Like, I don't want to keep running in and out of this hot domino.
Well, that's the thing. We could find useful resources in there from time to time. I mean, we can only get in there an hour per day, so it's not like we're eating up a lot of our, like, building time if we want to go in there.
Well, that's part of the whole point of making these shields, though, so that we don't have to worry so much about the risk of being in there longer.
Mm-hmm. I will say one thing, because your character will realize this, obviously, as well as, like, when you've got the plan seeds that you can research for making the shields, which won't take long. I'm not going to make it take long for that. But you're still going to need parts to make the Cyphers, because that's what they're going to end up being is Cyphers, basically.
Yeah.
You're still going to need the parts. You've got some parts now, but it might not be enough.
Do we know what parts we need right now, or do we have to finish the research first?
Yes. I was going to make the Cypher 1d6 plus 2. So minimum of 3. So if you craft them at the bare minimums, well, here, let me just show. And you guys can see these as well. You can get to them through the GM screen thing, but I mean that's how much it costs to make Cyphers. So I was going to make a 1d6 plus 2, so it's anywhere from a 3 to an 8, and it's your choice depending on what parts you have. You need a certain amount of parts and a certain amount of iotum per Cypher.
We technically have everything to make like 1 or 2, but I don't have enough materials to make enough for everyone. Especially if we want to be providing these plans and a couple of the prototypes to the camp.
Also, when creating the plan, I'm going to need your decision on, are these going to be like a little personal force shield for people to use as a Cypher, or is it more of a fixed, like, blanketed area?
I wanted it to be a fixed blanketed area, almost like the Apex shields.
Okay, all right.
Heat shields.
Oh yeah, so it's like Gibby's shield dropping type thing.
Yeah, or the ones that you can get like that anybody can deploy like in the when they're in the zone there.
Okay, all right. And the way I'm working it is that the Cyphers will last for 2 hours per level of the Cypher.
Okay.
So a level 8 Cypher, which would be the maximum, will last up to 16 hours.
Nice.
whereas a level 3, which is the minimum, will last 6 hours.
The problem with using that as a safety is that it only buys you 16 hours, and there's 10 more hours you have to deal with being cooked before the safe.
That's definitely why we want more than one, or the ability to be able to make more than one.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about like carrying 2 with you when you go in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if like say you had, if each person in your team has one, then you don't have to worry about that.
Right. Okay, yeah, that makes
Because
sense.
there's still safe zones inside the tower as well. It's just so that in the instance that they can't get to a safe zone, you can just deploy one of those and use it as a safe zone. Or maybe use it to bridge that gap between where you are in the safe zone. You know, like there's endless possibilities for applications inside.
Yeah. But bare minimum, you want to go into this thing with 2 of them in your party.
2 of the high level ones.
Two of the high level ones,
Multiples of the lesser ones. Yeah.
which is expensive.
Yeah.
Well, even the high level ones are going to be expensive, so it's going to be expensive either way.
It's up to you guys. You know, I'm always down for a good delve, but we do have options of things that we can do.
Well, I mean, who knows? Perhaps we'll find more refrigeration tech that'll help us refine the seed some more. So,
What's tech? Maybe Numenera?
yes.
Yes. More cold magic.
Tech is a word I say that you guys might understand. You know what, like technology could mean like a plow.
Yeah.
That one I'm gonna give. That one borderline, but it would make sense.
Technology, knowledge, devices, arcana, secrets. What have you?
So with that, you're sitting there. The scientists seem overjoyed that there's like a proper station to experiment and make things and stuff like this here. There's now a workshop. It's not the best workshop in the world, but there's a workshop.
It's a desk with a 3D printer on it.
Hey, I'm proud of my workshop.
I'm not saying you don't know how to write today.
What was the leader's name? Solomon?
The leader's name was... Let me bring up my notes. Where are my notes? Whoops. Moving shit around. Beans? Oh, sessions. There we go. Session 3. Cook, labor. Did I not write down the... Did I not write down the name of the leader? Apparently I didn't. That was weird of me. Okay. You remember his name? That's up to you. I don't know. I don't remember it.
Better call Saul.
I've everyone else written down. Apparently I didn't write down the name of the leader.
With Cyrus?
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Whatever the leader's name is, at least we know the leader is good, the leader is great, and we surrender our will as a business.
Yeah, that's smart. I was going to say the leader's name is Xenu.
Xenu. There you go. So leader, call him for now until we remember.
Yeah. Well, Charlie will point and they'll say, "What do you think? You might be able to get some work done with this."
I think it'll work out well. We are limited on parts at the moment. We've not done much in the way of scavenging.
Well, I mean, go ahead,
No,
Max.
go ahead. I was about to say, it is hard to scavenge with only an hour to move stuff and disable things.
I'm pretty confident that I have enough parts. Let me see here. IO. What are we missing?
So if you wanted to make a level 3 That is the wrong thing. Cyphers. So like a minimum level one, you would need what, 9 parts and some IO, 5 responsive synth, an apt clay, and a quantium or equivalent.
Yeah, I should be able to trade out.
We have 3 amber goo, the party pot.
Yeah, the amber goo to protect our flesh sacks.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what that is. I remember.
I want to make one above level 3. Let's call it level 4, just so we can get a good test.
Makes sense.
I need you to look at my parts to tell me what the equivalent would be for like.
Yeah, so I've got to get you the chart for this shit. No good easy way for me to copy and paste it in, I don't think. Give me 1 second. Let me see if there's if it'll let me copy and paste it from the PDF. Iom chart. Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll actually work. Oop. It's not helpful. Oh, actually, it could be helpful. Get rid of the last bit. Give me 1 second here. I can format this. I can do this. I can break these cuffs.
I can break these cuffs.
Just a quick question though. In the meantime, has it been long enough for us to reset our stats that we can reset?
It's been a couple of days, so you're probably all good by now.
Okay.
There we go. Almost done. Okay, it's not the perfect chart, but it will at least tell you what is what, and they're in order from least to greatest. All right, Iom chart, configure permissions. Everyone can see. Boom. Go to all. Okay, once again, not the perfect chart, but you. On the right side of each thing is like the level of the item.
Okay.
So you see IO is 1, responsive synth is a level 2, apt clay is 3, etc., etc. So you can replace it with anything of that level or below. Ignore the plan seed bit because that's just if you were rolling randomly.
Okay. So like, and it's like just complete equivalent. So like, if I had traded out synth steel for apt clay, it would be 1-to-1 unit.
Yes.
Okay, quick question. Once that's closed, where do we find that again?
I've just got it in a random place right now. Here, let me put it in an actual compendium with the other stuff. Salvage? Did I have it? Oh, it was in character options rules. That's right. That's where I was dumping that shit. Let me put it in there. Let me add it to the player stuff, system reference. Let me add here. And we will put it in, I'll put above the difficulty because you'll reference it fairly often. Iom chart and
We're gonna have to do a delve before we make this thing.
Yes.
Okay, so now
there's no way that I'm comfortable with trading the thom dust for something that low.
you'll now see it in the system reference thing under crafting and salvage, which you can either open up separately or if you just bring up your GM screen, it's the box in the upper right corner. You just have to scroll down till you get the crafting and salvaging.
Thank you.
Cool.
I mean, trading the thom dust for quantium wouldn't be too bad, at the very least.
I think we can find these though. Like I think we should be able to find some of this if we're deliberately looking for it.
Yeah, there is a way you can just salvage randomly and see what you can find, in which case sometimes you can salvage some really good shit. Or you can hyper-focus to try and salvage specific things, in which case you might not find as much stuff, but you will find what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Thinking we do a general salvage.
Yeah, I'm open to the scatter shot method of salvaging.
Well, you can do it like room by room or area by area, basically.
Yeah. I mean, as opposed to the hyper-focused, I like the idea of like, let's just general see what we can get. Sort of salvage.
It's an unknown dungeon that moves on its own, so us trying to target something specific. I mean, we lucked out the first time we did this and targeted something specific.
Personally, like, I know I'm not a player in this, but personally, I probably wouldn't target specific ones unless I was looking for something high level. Like a philosophy or a data orb. If it's low level 10 to 1, there's a good chance you're going to roll something higher level than it anyways.
Yeah.
All right, let's go for the scatter shot then.
Right. Let us see if our muscle agrees.
Okay, so from the sounds of it, you guys are wanting to delve in then.
Indeed.
Okay. And turning the plan seeds into the actual plan, I'm not having a roll for that. You're just like, it's going to take you just like a day to like comb over them and like actually like refine it into a full plan.
Yeah. And
that just happens.
With the old Cypher as well.
And you got to consume that one Cypher. Yeah. Because that's like integral to how the cooling system worked and stuff.
Yep.
That, no problem. Especially since you have the Cypher, you don't need to worry about anything like that. Okay, so with that, you guys are going to go in. I'm going to get a roll here. Horatio, can you give me a hex roll, please? Three, 4. Okay, all right. Let's see what we got. All right. Okay, that's an odd one, that's for sure. Let's do this. All right, so you delve in. Once again, you hear that like the horn blasting in the background, and you know it's time. Like you're already at the end of the bridge, on the cliff, and you're waiting to like race across the bridge. You know you can't like wait at the pylon as it like exhausts all the heat, or you're gonna get cooked. But the horn goes and you're off, and there's only so many people they want to go in at once, so the scientists are like, okay, if you're delving today, we're gonna stay out, that type of thing. They if anything, it's probably better if you guys sort of take turns delving in anyways. You're not getting in each other's way.
I don't have time to make the meme of it, but get this man a chicken.
Oh yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Almost forgot. I did forget. Yep. So Cyrus, before you go in, Naomi she hands you a chicken. The chicken it's purple, and there's like the feathers on the wings seem to be like long and almost tendrily in some ways. It's a weird sort of foul creature that's going on. She hands you the chicken, goes, "Oh, Cyrus, could you do me a favor, please? When you're going in there, I have been also tinkering with my own ways to protect against the heat, and I have attempted to modify this chicken by exposing him to random things that I found around. I mean, no one really knows what they do, of course, but try enough times and something happens. Could you bring the chicken with you, please? Well, you have him, he becomes bonded to you, but as long as you have him, I'm hoping he could be of some sort of protection against the heat, or maybe he'll be protected against I'm not entirely sure. Could you do experiments with the chicken, please?"
I suppose.
Oh, thank you. Good. Oh, excellent. And Sheila just shoves the chicken into your arms.
After your group's, kindness and giving us shelter and food, I suppose I could be of help.
I was going to do it myself, but I'm still quite badly hurt. I'm not completely healed as of yet, and I've been working on Henley for some time. Well, this is Henley number 37, but I've been working on the Henleys for some time, and it would be wonderful if you were able to assist me. Thank you.
Are we gonna eat that?
No, I would not. You would become violently ill. It's the humors, the light humors in its bodies. You know how everyone is made up of various humors. That's what determines if you get sick or not. If you get sick, you should bleed the humors and such. Well, the light humors within its body is very poisonous. We discovered from Henley number 16. Thankfully, that was a traveling merchant, not one of us.
Good to know. No eating Henley.
Don't eat Henley. No, not for his sake, but so much for yours.
Henley is not food.
Now, Henley is able to, once again, extend his abilities to those that connect with him, through the individual that connects with him. So, keep Henley with you. Yes?
You say so.
Out of character, Jigfishy says, so much joy, and I would say, hey, Jigfishy, you just gave our mage a familiar.
I will endeavor to.
So,
I can.
basically Henley is connected to you. There's no like psychic damage in this per se. I'm still gonna have it that he's now like saddled with this chicken, but in order to make it to the point where it could hurt him if he's has issues with the chicken or something, we're going to step this up. We're going to go an extra mile here. So I'm proposing an intrusion to Cyrus. Would Cyrus?
Intrusion accepted.
All right, and feel free to choose.
I'm not one to say no to intrusions.
Excellent.
All right.
Who are you giving the other experience point to?
That is a good question. Oh, there we go. Accept the intrusion. Additional XP 2.
Can I suggest?
Go
ahead.
I am going to give it to Horatio since he missed a session.
Okay, I was actually going to suggest Horatio, not just for missing a session, but also if anyone else has to protect the chicken and run around with him, it's going to be the guy whose life is running around with things.
That just makes sense.
Why, thank you.
He's quite fleet of foot. Someone else who could easily protect the chicken if bad things happen.
So,
I'm
the intrusion.
As bird as you are, but I'll take care of it.
The intrusion was, there actually is a psychic bonding in order for the chicken, who has been, unbeknownst to Naomi, who's just like, that scientists these days, they don't know what they're doing. She's literally just pouring weird shit in the chickens and hoping something happens, right? She doesn't realize what she's done is like genetically modify it with like the blood of an interdimensional creature that's able to bond with you on a psychic link. As a result, if the chicken dies, it will indeed cause intellect damage. If you are separated from the chicken, it could cause intellect damage. Basically, if anything interrupts your psychic link with the chicken, it will cause intellect damage.
Okay.
And you can
around this chicken.
You can feel this strong link and this dependence you now have on Henley the chicken. Thanks, Jigfishy.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave. Get into combat. I'm not gonna be using my staff because, I'll need a hand free to do powers and shit. So I'm gonna leave my staff behind so that I can carry the chicken.
Oh God. Yep.
I'll rely on my nano abilities for combat if it comes down to it, because
The chicken does seem fairly hardy as well. I mean, you could tie the chicken to yourself. Whatever. Up to you how you treat the chicken. With that, we are going to delve in. Cyrus suddenly has a strong urge to lay an egg. Oh, Jake Fishy. Oh, Jake Fishy. I wish you were in this game.
You're a father.
Father.
Could the chicken ride in my backpack?
Sure,
That'd be
sure.
adequate.
It would freak out if it doesn't get to poke its head out.
Oh yeah, obviously I'm not going to close it entirely within the backpack.
Okay. Yeah. So there's this purple and pink chicken head just like poking out, big bulgy eyes.
I'm sorry, but I got to quote what Jake Fishy asked for. They cannot put down the chicken or suffer psychic damage.
Okay, I got to carry the chicken.
All right.
Fine.
All right, let's do it. You know what? Let's do it.
I'm gonna
fine.
rules lawyer the rules lawyer here.
That's
Oh
fine.
my god.
That's fine. I will carry the chicken.
It's like Dungeon Slug. Did we find a new Dungeon Slug?
Kind of did, yeah. That chicken might be added to the slugs.
Injecting
I don't know
the
what this
weird.
button does.
Where that means I get to roll. Well, it was in the description of it.
Yeah, it just said inject the weird.
No,
It's
there's
all going in blind.
when you click on it, it's literally in the description.
Yeah, I didn't read it.
Jesus.
It's big and
Spice
red,
up the
that's what-
scene. Spice up the scene with something weird. I'll roll in the injecting the weird book as appropriate to the scene and add it to the description of what's going on. So you guys already rolled a weird encounter, so now it's gonna be really fucked up. Got it.
Nice.
It's so weird it becomes normal.
I'm gonna have some weird astral chicken like fucking talking to my brain during this dungeon.
No
It's
chicken
gonna be-
fucking.
Maybe.
Whatever
maybe.
you do, don't fuck that chicken.
Weird
I wasn't
going-
planning on it.
Like Gonzo?
All right. Quick, you're the one that redeemed it. You know what? No, I'm not giving you the roll. Fuck you. You redeemed
okay.
it. I'm not giving you that roll. Let's see. Who do we want to give the? Charlie. I'm gonna have you roll percentile, please.
Oh no. Fody.
That's what we get for interactivity. What? All right. Sure. I don't even know if it'll come into play, but if it does, that's gonna be fucking. Yeah, that is weird. Okay.
I don't like that. I don't like the sound of that.
Interesting. All right, I can go with it.
You're too excited.
It injected some weird, that's for sure. All right. Let's get into this. So you guys rush in and you have your map on the main arterial ways. So you know how they work. The offshoot rooms, of course, they've moved a bit too chaotically. You've been unable to properly map them. The math, it's not something you guys can figure out. As advanced as you are for your society, it's just beyond you. You would need actual proper understanding of math, which you don't fully have. Not really. You just kind of jigger things until they work. But as a result, you do know that you can explore around and you have a rough idea on directions that are going to lead to somewhere at least probably fruitful in some way. You do so, going through the arterial ways. Now, the inside of this place, everything is covered in the pipes and tubes, some of them red hot, some of them actually icy cold. It's all one big heating and cooling system as far as you can tell. For what purpose, you'll probably never know. But this entire tower is all about some sort of thermal transfer, heating and cooling, summer and winter. Maybe there's demons and angels in the pipes. You have no fucking clue. I mean, who knows? With this, you start going through and you enter interesting room. You enter an oblong-shaped room with a bunch of crystalline spikes protruding into it, making it almost feel like you're inside of an artificial geode. The room itself, the floor of the room is not completely flat, but it's not as spiky as the floor and the ceiling, making it possible to traverse around the room, albeit difficult.
Stippling.
Yeah, a bit more than stippling. It's stippling if they're probably a good 30 centimeters deep.
Oh, jeez.
Whereas
I got sturdy boots on.
Whereas the other spikes are these large, center of a geode, giant geode style crystalline spikes. As a result, the ceiling itself is not that high up. The ceiling itself is only just over 2 meters, like say 2.2 meters up. Like it's for the taller of you could just like reach up and touch it. For the smaller of you could like a little hop, you could still touch it. And with all these spikes and everything coming in at the very center of this oddly beautiful area of the structure, and it is humid, it is hot, despite the tower being quote unquote cooled down. It is still abnormally warm in here, and you're guessing the humidity probably has something to do with the fact that this room is different. You have no idea how that works, but it is extraordinarily humid in here.
So you said there's long crystal spikes sticking out of the wall?
Yeah, you know what a geode looks like? How it's like, it's you open the rock and it's just like, it's all these crystal spikes sort of pointing towards the center.
Yeah.
You're just in a really big one, basically. You think the room itself didn't start out that way, like it's not a spherical room. You think the room was like a big rectangle or something at one point. You don't know if it was designed this way or if it's something that's happened over time, but it is now just a big geode. And you can kind of see it progressively thin out as you, well, like when you leave the room towards the quote unquote hallways as well.
Can we try to break off some?
I was literally about to say that.
One more thing.
Walk over.
In the center of the oddly beautiful area of the structure is a floating disc in the direct center of it. And upon the disc is a spot, like a circular spot. The disc is floating probably about torso, like midsection high to you, so you can see the top of it. And on top of it seems to be what looks like a small circular band just sitting there of some kind. Okay. Now you wanted to see if you could break off some of the crystalline structure?
Yeah, Lance is gonna like walk over to the wall and just like test it with his hand to see if it's loose at all. And like kind of like apply a little bit of muscle, and if that doesn't work, he's gonna pull out his metal hammer.
Smashing up the crystals. I like it.
Yeah.
When monkeys see something interesting, monkey smash.
Yeah, monkey break.
Okay. Are you? The crystals on the ceiling and the crystals on the walls seem to be of a slightly different shade. The ones on the wall seem to be more of a purple to cyan shimmer, whereas the ones on the ceiling are a lot more of a pink. Are you going for the ones on the walls, or are you trying to reach up and do ones on the ceiling?
I would have seen the ones on the walls first, so
Okay.
I'd go for those.
Can I climb up onto Lance's shoulders and try to get the ones on the ceiling while he's trying to get the ones on the wall?
Yeah.
Do they extend out like that?
Yeah. Well, like I said, they're only about 2.2 meters up. So like it's not that much taller than you, to be honest. It's like a stepping stool would get you up there type of thing. Not that you have a stepping stool.
I'm still gonna climb on his shoulders.
Okay.
Hope you don't mind, big guy.
I mean, Lance is busy swinging around, smashing crystals. I know Horatio's just standing there if you want Horatio's shoulders.
No, it's fine. It's kind of like riding a bull.
Okay. All right.
Just like sitting on his shoulders.
Cyrus, while they're breaking crystals, what are you doing?
I'm going to take a closer look at the crystals themselves and see if if they're just formation, or if I could sense any, magic coming off of them. They might be a useful material for Numenera stuff.
If they're arcane in some nature. Horatio, What are you doing while they're just, like, Lance goes off and just starts smashing shit and everyone else is just kind of tinkering with him?
Yeah, we walk into a giant geode and everyone's instinct just to break it.
Yeah. This is so beautiful. Fucking smash it.
I don't. Is there an echo? I'm curious. I'm gonna work on the harmonics then. While they work on the physical smashing, I'll see if I can get to vibrate with my voice.
No, actually, oddly enough, it's not that your character would know this, but it's almost like if you were in like a silencing room, and the crystals, for some reason they seem to dampen noise. You can still hear each other, but everything feels muffled, oppressive. You don't really hear anything from outside of the room.
It's like the quietest place I've ever been.
Yeah. Yeah, this is so quiet. Smash. Okay, I'll get to the crystal breakers in a second. I'm just seeing what everyone else is doing first. Max, what are you doing? Well, chaos.
Yeah, I'm probably also looking around for salvage. Just sort of scanning the room, as it were.
Okay, so they're specifically attacking the crystals. Then we got like people just like Horatios are standing in the middle of the room, just like, oh, Echo, and like, or probably like going through like your mantras of like your aerobics routine or whatever. And Max, you're actually looking for like legit salvage at this point, you said. Okay, all right, let's do this. So we're gonna work. Well, we're just gonna work from Charlie over in the row that I have the pictures here for now. Actually no, we're gonna work in the direction in the order that you said it. Lance, you were the first one to call. You're doing shit. You're breaking the wall.
Yeah, just break off a couple big pieces.
Just roll a might check for me, please.
Sure.
Athletics based. If you base it off a skill. I don't.
Yeah, I actually have a feat, an ability. Where is it? Skills. There it is. Feat.
Feat, not athletics. It's not D&D.
Your feat of strength will allow you to be able to lift, carry, and bend or break items.
Yep, feat is the skill we're looking for. You were trained in it.
I'm just gonna roll it raw.
Oh, raw dog it. Got it.
I like it raw.
I think you clicked pay.
Yeah,
I did.
Stop being such a dirty bastard.
There we go. That's better.
You old man.
That's pretty good. Difficulty 5. Yeah, no, that's more than enough. So yeah, you go over to the wall, and some of the like cyan to purple ones or whatnot. That's pretty good. I'm gonna say you get a lot of little shards as well, but you get like one real nice big chunk, like probably larger than your head.
Ooh. All right. Do I have an item for that, or I just gotta?
I did not have an item for. I was not expecting you guys to just be like, "Well, fucking taking the room with us." Is there a crystal type for salvage? It was amber crystal.
Now listen, Lance. That stuff makes you really quiet, so use it smartly.
No, this is its own shit. This is just an oddity.
This is a quiet rock.
Yes.
Here,
listen to it in here. See, it's quiet. quiet rock.
Love it. Great item. Excuse me. We will call this a oddity, and we will just call this
rock of silence.
Crystal of silence. It doesn't seem to silence per se, but it does. In great quantities, it adds like it's like those sound muffling foam panels. It's probably porous or something. You have no idea. You don't know how that works. Maybe it's just anti-sound. You don't even know what sound is.
It takes the wind out of your lungs when you yell at it. That's why it makes things quiet.
Ooh, I like that. Crystal of dampening. Kind of like that better. Thanks, gentlemen.
Is it wet? Everything's so damp in here.
Actually, it legit, yes. Legit, it is wet. Okay.
Your shirt looks a little dry. Here, have this crystal of dampening.
Crystal of dampening wall. A cyan and purple crystal that has slight sound dampening properties. And we're just doing it as a oddity. I will drag it onto Lance. Boop. So it's under your oddities. There is a crystal of dampening wall.
Where is that? Oh, there. Okay.
Yeah, just scroll down a bit. Opens a lot of doors for future crafting and whatnot. Yeah, you never know. I mean, they repurposed a cipher into crafting, so I kind of like to go with it. If a player has a cool idea, let's fucking go. Let's do it. All right, so that was you. I think Charlie, you were the next one to call. Like you were just getting on his shoulders, and you're gonna go after some of the crystals on the ceiling.
Pull out a hammer and just start cracking them off the ceiling.
Okay, excellent. I would like a might check from you as well. If you have training in feet, feel free to do so.
You're
just trying to crack it.
It's just practiced.
Just practiced? Okay. Go ahead and roll a feat there. It's might, or just a straight up might. It's only practiced anyways.
I'll throw in a level of effort.
Sure.
Holy fuck.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you did pretty good there. So with a minor effect as well. So I would say that you like reached up and you managed to crack it in such a way you didn't realize you were gonna get as much of it as you did. You cracked it at the end. You cracked it very carefully around, and all of a sudden, sliding out with this almost a sound of like ceramic on ceramic sliding against each other. This large stalagmite. Is stalagmite on the ceiling or stalactite?
I know what you're talking about.
You might trip over it. Stalactites stay tight to the ceiling.
Oh, okay, I always had it backwards. I was like, it might fall on you, but that's not right. So stalactite. So like this stalactite like falls, and it's fairly tough material, all things considering. So it doesn't actually shatter. It just kind of like maybe it gets a few nicks as it falls, but a crystal probably a little taller than you are is intact upon the floor.
Oh, that's a big one.
Also, Charlie, I would like you. We're gonna do it like this. I'm proposing an intrusion.
I accept your intrusion.
Excellent.
And I'm gonna give it to my boy fucking Lance.
Woo.
Hammer Bros.
Hammers up. Clink.
Clink.
Okay. So you can thank Quick for this one, because he's the one that was injecting this weird, and I'm gonna, instead of giving you a roll for it, I'm just doing it as an intrusion.
Nice.
As soon as you touched this crystal, you realized how important this crystal is. It is your crystal. You love these crystals. You don't want anyone else to be taking these crystals from you. You need more of these crystals. You just want to surround yourself with these pink fucking crystals all the time. You are now addicted to touching these crystals.
I'm hugging this giant crystal that's the size of me, like my life depends on it.
So you're hooked on that cracked rock?
Oh, sorry, I didn't read the whole sentence. Cool. Okay, so you're yeah, okay. So not only is the crystal like it's addictive to touch, but you notice tiny little creatures actually crawling all over it.
Love me, new friends.
No one else notices this, because I didn't read it till now that he re-rolled touching the ceiling is addicting and causes hallucinations. You're getting high off of touching this crystal.
He's definitely hooked on cracked rock.
Yeah, they are fully just hugging the crystal, like looking at you maniacally, like, what, are you looking at my crystal? Don't look at my fucking crystal.
I mean, I think obviously the best way to keep this crystal with you is to actually grind it up into a fine powder. That way you can snort it and it can be a part of you.
Cyrus, if you damage this crystal, I will kill you where you stand.
Are you guys gonna mine this room as a new form of cocaine?
Whoa. Hang on. What's the matter with your crystal?
Don't touch my crystal.
That's fine. There's a lot of crystal here for everyone.
There's lots of crystal. Yeah.
And it's only the pink crystal that you're focused on, by the way. The wall stuff you could give two shits about. Okay, so let me duplicate the crystal of dampening, because this has the same dampening effect as well, but this is for the ceiling. Slight is also addictive to the touch. Causes mild hallucinations, and the level of this crystal is 4. So Charlie, I'm going to give you, in your oddities, you should show up there. Yeah. Where is it? Oddities. Yeah. Crystal dampening ceiling. Just to represent like however much you have, whether you end up taking some small ones with you or you find a way to lug this thing out, you don't know. But just so you have the description of it.
Now that they're addicted, I mean, they're not going to salvage much else because they're just going to be dragging this crystal with them.
And it's not so horribly addictive that you can't be without it for periods of time, but you're always going to want to come back and get more, at least have some on you.
And see crazy
okay.
shit.
Okay.
What is he? How does he get high? By like stroking it?
Just touching it.
Yeah, so like stroking crack rock.
And I'm gonna set the expectations now, since we're just making this up as we go. Once you take the crystals out of here, whatever they're doing to cause this to you, whether it's a chemical or radiation or something, whatever, will fade over time once it's taken out of the pylon.
Okay.
Gonna say it's like the orbs of the prophets, but they're, addictive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch this shiny crystal thing and see crazy shit.
Yeah, I think Charlie's gonna try and drag this thing.
I was gonna say, like, if you're not moving and you're just laying on the ground with it, like, a lance is just gonna grab you while you're holding on to it and just drag you out of the room.
It's like catnip. He starts rolling around in it.
Yeah, so you see that. Cyrus, you what were you doing again?
I was examining some of the, I guess the lower crystals, not the ceiling one. I want to take a closer look with them and get a sense of what magics might be.
Right, you were just examining them and testing, probably poking
with
in.
Henley, obviously. Henley might be pecking at the crystals a bit.
Okay.
I want to see if there's any value to them, like for salvage or...
You like rub Henley on them. All right, yeah, sure. Roll me a intellect. I guess Numenera knowledge would probably apply.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Because you're sort of using your knowledge to figure out how it works.
Yeah.
Okay. Not great. You're not really picking up. They're giant crystals. They're pretty. You have a feeling it's something that would have happened over a long period of time. That's about all you're kind of getting out of that.
Yeah.
You have no idea
kind of
how the sound dampening goes, or if they have any other properties of any kind. They're just big gold crystals.
Crazy Numenera, magical, weird things. Yep.
Yeah.
Fine. Sometimes the Numenera are, unexplainable and mysterious.
Horatio, so you're standing not in the middle of the room because there's a floating disc there, but like near the middle of the room, and you're just kind of like shouting at the walls. What are you trying to get out of this, or you're just to see?
I think just curiosity. I don't really have any skin in the crystal game, although I do see people really like this crystal, but otherwise he's okay.
All right. Yeah. So you're just there. You're testing it out. The wall and the ceiling and everything do have that very similar property. Once again, it's as if you were standing in like a proper like sound booth yelling and just nothing comes back. Really weird. And finally, Max, you were actually doing some like legit salvaging. Aside from the crystals, which cover basically everything, the only sort of tech within this room is the floating disc, which is probably about 60 centimeters wide and floating about, like I said, like mid-torso high. That's like the only thing in the room that's not crystal or covered in crystal. Did you want to like disassemble that or do something with it? And like I said, on top of it is a small circular band that seems to be set on top. It almost looks like it would be like a bracelet or something.
I could be interested to check out. Yeah. So how high up is it again?
Like you have to sort of reach down a little bit for it. Like it's like mid-waist high.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said it was suspended for a second.
It's floating about halfway through your torso. A couple of times, halfway through your torso. Like. Oh,
okay. I don't have to hover then. I was gonna hover up and get it, but yeah, I will.
You don't have much place to hover. The ceiling's just over 2 meters high.
I will. Start working on that then.
Okay, so you just like take the disc and you just like start dismantling it, looking for parts.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, sure. We can do that. Let's fucking go. So in that case, I guess Numenera crafting is for salvaging as well, right?
Yep.
Yep. Also for taking apart for salvaging. Yep. Okay. Give me a Numenera crafting silver plates and mercy buckets.
Easing by 1.
Why are you easing it by 1?
By spending 2 points of intellect.
Okay, you're playing a level of effort?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. We're still early into the system. We're getting used to the terminology.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty good. Beats difficulty Nan? What?
Yeah, I don't know what it's doing.
How do you always like encounter these errors on your character sheet?
He. One
He's
second.
a robot.
He must. It's plus Nan. He must have accidentally. When he applied the level of effort, must have mistyped it in there or something. Here, let me try something for a second. Effort ease task. Let me just try. What would it roll? See, it rolls fine for me. It just must have been misclicked or something. Okay, sweet. So we will. So it would. You actually rolled pretty decently. It would be +2 or plus a level on there of effort. Plus you're trained on it, so pretty good actually. You've got more than enough. You are going to get some shit out of it. Let's see what you get out of it. Not the best. Not too bad. Okay, so you're gonna get 5 shins. So a couple of like nice little shiny trinkets. 1 parts. That was an unfortunate roll. And 2 oddities, apparently. We can repurpose that though, since you were looking specifically for you are looking specifically for Iotum. So I would allow you. We're gonna repurpose that for Iotum instead. I'm gonna give you an Iotum instead of oddities.
Okay.
Because you guys are looking for shit. Hey, that's not bad. Now we're cooking with gas. You get 2 thumb dust. I will drag them over onto your character sheet. Salvage. That's pretty good, actually. That's a level 6 crafting material.
Yep. How many shins did I get again?
5.
Okay.
I'm gonna laugh. You just disassembled the equivalent of like a wrist-mounted death ray for a couple like knickknacks.
So you got the thumb dust, which is you guys have gotten thumb dust before. That's basically not only crafting material, but pretty much cocaine.
Yep.
Because you can also consume it. Because why not consume some sort of weird industrial byproduct?
Well, I can't, but they can.
Actually, you can.
Oh, it works on machines too?
You work it into your parts or something. Thumb dust would still work. It would still work. It's not. It doesn't have to be consumed via a biological process per se. It'll work with your systems.
Sweet.
You may not want it to. There you go. Yeah. Are you guys doing anything else in this room? Or are you just trying to find a way to move this giant ass crystal now?
Well, I think that's a guarantee we're going to move the crystal.
All right. So unless you take extended amounts of time, we're treating one of the areas as like a 20-minute jaunt. How are you? How? Just how? It's a really big crystal. Charlie, are you willing to chop it down, or are you going to like make everyone like work together to try and get this whole damn crystal out?
If we think chopping it down is the fastest way to get it out there, as long as I have some crystal and just get some crystal in my life at all times, then the crystal is good and we're all good. And we're good by the crystal. So, you know, let's just crystal it up. Crystal light, let's go.
Okay,
right.
Mr. Pinkerton.
Yeah, then Lance will just walk over and just hit it a few times with his hammer, just kind of like break it into like manageable chunks.
Okay, yeah. So you've got chunks of the crystal with you. Charlie, I'm assuming you kind of like load a bunch into your backpack and stuff. Probably get a few other people to like load it in.
100%.
Take the crystal. I don't want the crystal. Take it.
Take that crystal. I've already got a chicken in there. Take that crystal.
Here, chicken, take crystal.
Cyrus, I will say that everyone else is feeling the effects of the heat and humidity, but you don't feel so bad. You're not too bad.
Okay, cool.
You could really go for some seeds right now, maybe a worm or something. But you other than that, you're feeling pretty good.
Cool.
He's got 0 clucks to give.
That's right. Got the clock up. All right. With that, I'm assuming you're going to keep delving in, moving in further.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. Who did I have roll last time?
I did.
Okay. Boop. X out that. All right. So Horatio did it last time. Max, I'm gonna get you to do it this time. Roll me some hexes here. Roll me hex. So 1, and then a 3. Oh, you're hitting all the weird shit. Okay. All right. Let's go.
Why do we pick Weird Wasteland as a perk again?
All right. Let's see where this goes.
Trade. It was trade and follow.
Excuse me. Oh, I had minimized. That's why. I was like, where'd it go? Ha. There's some weird shit. Okay. Numenera's got some interesting stuff. All right, so you go through this. What's this? Injecting the weird. Okay, this is going to be extra weird.
Boy.
Jigfishy wants me to inject the weird into the weird. So, yeah, we're gonna do that as well. Apparently. So, Max, since you're the one that rolled for, actually, let's get someone else to do it. Cyrus, no. Who did I have roll for injecting the weird last time? Remember?
You rolled it.
I rolled it. Didn't I?
No, didn't I roll it? It was a 40.
Yeah, you rolled it. Yeah, one of the players rolled it. Okay, you rolled it. Yeah, Horatio, I'm going to get you to roll it for injecting the weird for me, please.
That's a D100?
Yep, percentile, please. 32. Oh my god, I feel like we just... Okay, apparently you've just entered Spirited Away now. Okay, here we go. You venture forth, going among the different corridors, once again getting back out of the crystals. They've faded away and going back into like these like steaming hot pipes, occasional cooling pipe, lots of humidity and steam in the air. Definitely, even though it's cooler now that it's not hurting you, it is still stiflingly hot. That's when you enter this long corridor with less pipes. And on either side of the corridor seems to be some open spaces with almost what looks like, you can't tell if they're workbenches or countertops or something. Now when you, some weird shit. As you walk through the corridor, there is a vague smell that slowly sharpens, assaulting all of your senses in the area with an odor so indescribably delicious that you salivate in an uncontrollable yearning. The hunger awakened in you is so strong that it dazes you slightly, increasing the difficulty of all tasks by one step until you can enjoy a large meal. As for the extra weirdness that was injected, basically like making what appears to be some sort of shimmering ghostly food are these ghostly figures moving around, completely ignoring your presence, that seem to be just cooking.
Yeah, if there's food around, I'm gonna sit down and eat.
Well, I said it's like a ghostly food. So as you go down and you reach for this like steamed bun or something of some kind, your hand just passes through it. It dissipates for a second like smoke before reforming.
I'm gonna keep trying to get like more progressively angrier.
Question: does that hunger affect me because it's a biological?
Oh no, I guess it wouldn't affect you. No. Yeah, in fact, you don't know anything's happening. You're just like, whatever. You see the ghostly figures, which you think is interesting, but the hunger is not affecting you.
Okay. Fascinating. Shades of a past era, perhaps?
Like, much like Lance, I will try and, reach for the food and have my hand pass through. It's like, no fate, you cruel mistress.
I want ghost food.
How dare you tempt us thus?
We've got food right here. I'm going to point to the chicken.
No eating the chicken.
Oh, that chicken's looking better and better. Protect chicken nuggets.
I'll start licking her lips, motioning slowly towards the chicken.
Chicken will make you violently ill. Naomi.
Says you.
If I believe it's there, I can touch it. I'm going to reach out slowly and try and grab a bean bun.
Roll an intellect for me. And don't spend any levels of effort or anything. It's just a straight intellect. Okay, you're unable to grab the bean bun.
Damn it! And I slam my hammer onto the table.
And I'll be honest, no matter what you rolled, you would have been unable to grab the bean bun.
Fair.
That's why I didn't want you spending effort.
The trick is you need to sneak up on the food. Horatio's going to move very silently up towards it, snatch it out of the air.
Do a little pirouette at the last second, be like, ha-ha! And your hand just like passes through like a big, some sort of meat on the bone type of thing. Or actually, no, like there's like a big bowl of what looks to be some sort of like a salad. A power salad, and you're just like straight through it.
Bastards. Denying me my greens.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Let's go upset. Let's go back out and get some lunch. What do you think?
Yes.
We've been delving for a while, and now I'm hungry.
That's yes. Let's do that.
Did you bring any food there, Toaster?
No, I do not require food.
What? You mean you don't require food? Everything requires food.
Do not eat.
You know, I've never seen you eat. Something's wrong with you. Let's go topside, get some lunch.
That explains why he's so skinny.
So are you all going to go topside then?
Yeah, it's lunch.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
We got a little we got pretty hungry there.
You've got 20 minutes left, but pushing it for that third delve is a risky situation. So I understand.
But was there anything in this room that looks like it could be like salvaged?
The room seems to be incredibly empty for the most part.
Just like tables,
all the tools, all the cooking instruments, the food, everything's just ghostly and doesn't seem to actually be there.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I would therefore like to salvage like 16 placebo items.
You could try, but unfortunately you can't take them with you.
That's fine. They wouldn't be doing anything anyways. They're placebos.
That's right. Just sugar. Okay, so with that, you exit. It takes about a moment for the smell to sort of clear from your sinuses. Finally, the smell goes away, but the raw hunger stays there until you've eaten. And it looks like another successful dive.
Charlie just sits there stroking the like big chunk of crystal in their hand.
Are we exiting the main doors here?
Yeah, you guys go back to the camp.
All right.
If I don't get anything to eat, I'm gonna eat one of those boca chokes.
As we like get out the door, I'm gonna try and swipe the chicken and run for the campfire.
Okay. All right. I mean, it's in his backpack, so he's like not really.
No, we decided against the backpack.
Oh no, that's right. You're holding on to it. Okay. Are you gonna wrestle over this chicken?
I'm just gonna like grab it like it was a football out of his hands and just start running like stolen baby kind of thing.
Stolen baby. Are you like? How would you, Cyrus? How would you describe you reacting? Like, do you think you'd have the reactions to try and fight back against this, or will you just be surprised enough that you're like, "What the fuck," and just like lose the chicken?
That's a tough call. I mean, I guess it would all depend on if I see him going for it. Like, can I like
very sneaky.
Dodge? I don't know. I'm saying like I wouldn't like if I can catch him. Not gonna let him just take the chicken. Like do like opposed speed rolls maybe.
Well, I suppose speed rolls is what I figured it would be, but I just wanted to see if like you would even make the roll or not. Like I didn't know how Cyrus would react in this situation.
Oh no, well psychically I have a chicken linked to me that wants to stay with me, so
that's true. Okay, that makes sense. So in that case I will have an opposed speed roll for both of you. Silver plates and mercy buckets.
I mean I'm not gonna like pump anything extra like effort into this or anything.
So should I be rolling? Oh, well, okay. Should I be rolling? Hold on. Should I be rolling defense speed in this case?
Well, you're not really the defender in this situation.
So what? Yeah, what am I rolling here?
Just straight up speed.
Oh, I see. Never mind. I get it now. Roll.
I mean, you win regardless.
He could have rolled a 1.
That's true.
All right, so I'm gonna
struggle and fall off the scaffolding.
I'm kind of gonna like I'm gonna get up close to him. I'm gonna like double-handed grab the chicken and start running for the campfire, screaming, "Cook it! Cook it! Cook it! Cook it! Cook it!"
All right, Cyrus, can you make an intellect defense roll for me, please?
Yep. Oh, that's not good.
That is not good. Okay.
Oh, no.
You feel this chicken being ripped away from you in more than one way, physically and spiritually. Your bonded partner has been, it's like a part of your own soul has been suddenly with this like sucking feeling ripped off of your chest. And as a result, you take 3 intellect damage.
Ouch.
I'm going to wait till Horatio is just off of the bridge and onto solid ground, and I'm going to hit him with weight.
Okay, yeah, I mean, normally I'd say, well, Horatio's fast as fucked, but I mean, the gravity's faster. So it's the one thing that can maybe catch him. You could try. You could certainly try.
I was gonna say that this is a loss that I'm feeling. That's just suddenly, I feel so foul.
Oh. All right. So Weighty.
So wait, what's weight do? Here?
Briefly.
It's the Cypher.
So no, it's one of his abilities. So you get to activate it, and it's going to end up being an opposed roll in this case.
What kind of roll? Like is it like balance or? Like...
It's going to be an intellect roll for him and a might roll for you.
Okay. Well, I'll apply effort.
I will also be applying effort.
How do I do that? I might roll here, and then I go effort. Where do I put effort in again? East by...
No, it's levels of effort. There's a thing for it.
Yeah, there should be a thing for levels of effort.
Nice.
Effort to east task.
Good roll.
Effort to East task.
Good lord.
Should be near the top.
Skill level. Yes. One level.
Yeah.
That's all I can do, right?
Yeah, effort to ease task. Yeah, you can only do the one level right now because you guys haven't been able to level that shit up.
Too.
Yeah, so you feel the weight. Like, it's not like it doesn't happen. But Horatio, like, you're like horse stance, bow-legged. Like, I feel like you're like Goku in weighted clothing all of a sudden. And you're just like, you just keep powering forward, horse stance with this chicken, just like, I'm gonna cook it.
All right, I don't know what's bothering me there, but I'm going to use then my ability to vanish.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah.
Ninja vanish.
Okay. So he poofs. I mean, you can still hear his footsteps, like the thuds, especially before he leaves the weighted area. But then you hear the pop, 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 and then he's gone with the chicken.
I'm gonna wait till I get close to the fire. I'm not really worried about the team. I don't know. I didn't even know the weight was them. I'm gonna hand the chicken to the first person near the fire. I'm like, cook it.
There's no one really at the fire right now. Naomi's laying down. The other people are kind of working and doing their thing.
Okay, so like a basket.
You're back a little bit earlier than they thought, so Irvine hasn't even started cooking yet. But there's a pot preheating on the stove. It doesn't have any water in it or anything yet. It's just sort of preheating. It would have water if he's preheating it. So there's already a pot of like boiling water on the fireplace.
No, we gotta pluck the chicken first. So I mean, I'm gonna put it. Is there like a basket or like some way I can restrain the chicken first to kind of get the tools necessary to properly butcher it?
You're going to pluck its purple tentacles?
Right. It's not technically a chicken. What is it?
It's chicken-like.
It's got feathers. Where's the
small avian. Well, there was like the feathers sort of ended in almost like a tendril-like end to them.
I mean, I don't know. If it's chicken, you pluck a chicken. Call me crazy for assuming that.
You can pluck whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah. I'm gonna pluck this chicken, but I need to first put it down somewhere.
There was most likely Irvine had a butchering stone like right near the fire.
Oh, this won't end well.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna set it like, I don't know. I'm gonna put a big rock on top of it so it can't move, and put on top of the stone, just like a big rock, so that's like a rock that's at least the size of the chicken, so it can't get away.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go get like a knife to like clean it. We're gonna go find a knife.
Well, if there's a butchering stone there, then when he has a cleaver there already and like a flaying knife.
All right. Well, I'm gonna then like grab the knife and kind of get it ready. That's what I'm doing right now.
So you guys are catching up just as like you see the chicken pinned down and you see him like raising the knife.
Do you mind if I like say something real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Horatio grabs the chicken. He runs off. Cyrus kind of looks all like he's got a massive headache, and then the only thing that Lance would see next is Max extend his hand, do his weird ability, and then Horatio just disappears.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah, that checks out.
And so Lance is like, "You killed him!" and just grab Max and lift him up over his head while they're on the scaffolding and getting ready to throw him off.
I did not.
Oh, I saw it, Malik. We're getting there.
Just making sure.
Yeah, I saw it.
Hey, I'm hungry, man. I'm willing to do anything for dinner.
I'm letting them deal because theirs happened right away. So I'm letting them deal with their now tussle on the bridge.
Yeah, all good.
I did no such thing. In fact, I apparently had no effect. Whatever happened was not me.
Do you want like a might check?
Yes. Make a might check. And I forgot you haven't eaten yet. So you are hindered by 1 because you haven't eaten yet.
Yeah.
2, I'm gonna hinder you 1 more level because this is the first time you've tried to pick up Max. He's a weighty boy.
That's fair.
So it's gonna be hindered by 2 levels.
I am using my ability. Where is it? Feet! Because it also counts towards lifting.
Yeah. So that'll basically counteract one of the hindrances.
Okay. Do I roll defense speed or something?
Let's have him roll first and see if it even matters.
Okay.
How do I use effort?
How do you use effort? There should be applying levels of near the top. It's near the bottom of the top area. There's apply level of effort, like a drop-down box for it.
Yeah, effort to
when you're
use
rolling.
task.
Yeah.
And do I have to add the hindrance?
Yeah, 2 levels of hindrance because it'll auto apply the benefit from the skill for you. The effort will then apply, and then you've got to have the 2 levels of hindrance. It'll do the math for you once you've put in what you have.
Okay, let's see if I did this right.
It looks like it checks out. Okay, so like he reaches out to grab you. It looks like in this case he is going to be able to lift you. So yeah, if you want speed, sounds fine to me. Speed defense. Go ahead and roll. See if you can sort of like duck out of the way before he gets you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, in that case, so you go and you're like, you've really got the oomph in on it. And be like, you killed him. And Max is like, nope. And he ducks to the side. So what I'm going to do here is 1 second. I need an actual icon to do this. I'm proposing an intrusion on you, Lance.
Accept. Do I click accept?
Okay.
And apparently Charlie's good.
Yeah, I'll take that since you're just about to kill my fucking robot.
So they're on. He's called. He's still on the scaffolding. He reaches forward with immense strength to try and get the robot, dude. The robot just like nope, like pirouettes out of the way. So Lance, ass over tea kettle over the side of the scaffolding, barely holding on.
Oh wow.
You're like holding on by like a couple of fingers type thing, dangling over this. What? How many meters did I say? It's like a really deep canyon.
Okay. I'm going to hover.
I should have done more finger push-ups.
Yeah, you are currently dangling 150 meters above the ground, or 500 feet for those that need freedom units.
Oh no! Please
Really
hold on.
far.
So yeah, I spend a 1 intellect to initiate my hover, so I can fly.
Okay.
And I'm going to just be over the edge and basically just try to get behind him so I can grab him by the shoulders and lift him up, like just under the arms.
You can't really lift anybody with it because hover allows you to float slowly in the air. But otherwise, even like slight air movements and whatnot can move you. Basically, you're light as a feather.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, I will do that to just make sure that he's more secure.
Okay. So you're just like, you're gonna help him up. You hover over to his side, make sure that he doesn't fall type thing. Help him up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Charlie, please assist.
Charlie like looks down at the crystal chunk in her hand and looks up. It's like, all right, I've got one hand free.
Drug first, friends second. Okay.
He killed my friend. Just let me die.
I did no such thing.
Shut up, murderer.
You heard him. You heard him.
I love the way this campaign is turning out.
I don't want to live in this world without my rock lifting buddy.
This is some next level shit.
So you help him back up then? Okay, so yeah, not a problem. Like, he was slipping, but with your guys' help, not even gonna make a roll. He gets back up onto the scaffolding. Charlie, you like help pull him up, and like at one point he starts to sway in the wind, but Max like is able to sort of like grab and sort of anchor from down below. And you manage to swing him back up onto the swaying like synth metal scaffolding.
You mind not horsing around this high up?
Please.
It's the horse.
What happened? Where's Horatio?
I believe a horse is one of those large chitinous creatures with 8 legs.
Horse is a basketball game. Get over it. Sports ball.
Sports, go sports.
Okay.
Sports board.
So with that, since there was Cyrus, so you were, what were you doing? Well, these, yeah. So these 3 are tussling on the bridge. Your chicken was stolen. Cyrus, what are you doing during this time?
Well, I probably like would have started chasing after him after he stole the chicken.
Okay. All right. So you start.
I probably would have missed the tussle completely.
Okay. All right. So you like jet off after him. He is, I'm going to say, significantly faster than you. That's kind of his shtick. Like he spends the entirety of his life running. Like he probably runs in his sleep. Like the little that he sleeps.
Then it probably took me a second to like just like register that this was even happens. Like, he stole my chicken.
Yeah.
It's like this foreboding sense of loss that I suddenly have.
Growing up together, Horatio was like always that kid that won in the foot race.
Yeah, we don't play tag with Horatio.
You don't play tag with Horatio. So you show up at that, like, Horatio's got the chicken down. He's got him, like, he's got the rock on him. He is all prepped. He's got, like, the knife raised is kind of like when you show up.
Yeah, I'm going to start plucking.
And now he's tearing bits off the chicken. So. Now we're going to deal with the complication. So Horatio,
or just, yeah, him psychically bonded to the chicken after he stole it off of
yeah.
me.
So
it was that good. Yeah, that was the one thing I wasn't sure it was going to happen. So
proposing an intrusion.
Yeah.
It's up to you. This could affect your dealio with the chicken.
Yeah, I always accept. Come on.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to give the extra XP, I guess. I think it'd be. Oh wait, hold on. How come? Whose exemplar of the default is what?
Oh, ignore that. That was the default character I made for you guys, so you could like see it.
Ah, I see. But I don't see Malik on here.
No Cyrus?
Where's Cyrus? Oh, there's. Oh, you've got a lot. You got Cyrus Silverblood Summer. I see what's going on. That's why it threw me off. There we go. I stole from you and gave you psychic damage. So at least I can give you some experience back.
Makes sense. Okay, so because you accepted it, there's no like defense against it. As soon as you grabbed the chicken, and it was ripped away from Cyrus, the chicken had to bond to somebody else, and it immediately just latched onto you. And you could feel the chicken as a part of you.
So immediately, my urge to eat it would be like done.
Not necessarily. Right? It's not like you're addicted to the chicken in the same way Charlie's addicted to that ceiling from that room.
Well,
it's
okay,
so much as just like it. I mean, the chicken is a part of you.
Well, then I wouldn't want to eat it, right? Like, I mean, that's like eating your own leg.
Yeah, exactly. That's up to you. Some people are weird.
Well, then I guess if it bonded to me, I'd be like, and I'd like take the rock off of it and be like, sorry, little buddy. Let's go for a walk.
It like stands up completely unconcerned and unfazed by the rock that was on it 2 seconds ago. Like, like I picture the chicken from Moana.
Yeah, I'm gonna go like take it over to like a bush or like a shrub and be like, you want to snack on some leaves?
Now, can I give it a second here and do a little bit of a twist to this whole thing?
Okay, all right. I like twists.
Chicken's not bonded to me anymore, and I'm still fucking starving.
Wow.
Oh shit! What are you doing?
It's like hot potato.
No, it's like as soon as they got to the fire, it's like I'm starting to think, it's like that's not a terrible idea. So I point my hand at the chicken and use onslaught.
Oh
my god.
Cool.
So I'm like holding it like a kitten, taking it over to like a bush.
Oh,
While
cool
I'm
little
doing
guy.
that, and while I'm doing that, you're
now
going to nuke it.
I'm gonna kill it. Yeah, I want to kill the chicken. I'll make it easier to pluck so we can cook it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you're gonna onslaught this, physical or mental?
That's a good question. It is a chicken. I mean, the mental one would probably be enough damage, and it would probably cause less damage to the chicken itself to be able to
you want
cook
some
it
meat
better.
to eat. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to wreck the chicken, so I'm gonna use mental.
Mental. Okay. All right. I like the way this is going. You guys, you don't even know. I've already made plans for this chicken. You don't even know where this is going. I love this.
Like, I wasn't going to originally, but the way this is going is like, no, it's funnier this way.
Okay. So I mean, it just works. There's no roll necessary for this. It's a mutated future chicken. So Horatio, you're holding it out to a branch. The dumbass chicken is trying to like deep throat a whole branch or something. Like it's already actively choking on a branch. When Cyrus is just like finger guns, just like kills the chicken just suddenly goes limp in your hands. Roll an intellect defense for me, please, Horatio.
You got it. Intellect.
As part of you just died.
No.
Okay, that is enough. You're only gonna take 1 point of intellect damage.
All right. Could be worse.
There's a bit of a twinge, a little bit of a nosebleed happening from your nose, and the chicken just goes completely limp in your hands. He's done.
Plucky, I hardly knew ye. I was gonna eat you, but then we became friends.
Naomi actually comes out and Irvine actually also comes out as well, like looking around. Like Naomi's like, what's going on? Why? What is all this yelling?
Now you might as well just cook it. That's what Plucky would have wanted.
What happened to the chicken? I hoped you would be able to keep it alive.
Can we eat him now? I've waited so
No,
long for lunch.
I told Cyrus he's poisonous.
What? It's a chicken. Just cook it already.
I don't know. I mean, I've never cooked one. I don't know the effects of cooking one. I would suggest against it, but I mean that's up to Irvine.
I'm gonna hand her the chicken and do sort of like the Charlie Brown mopey walk away and go sit on a stump.
I don't know why, but watching a grown man cry is doing something for me.
Wait, where is this going? Some character development here.
Someone clip that one, please.
There's
an audio bite.
They were choking their chicken in the open of the middle of the camp, so...
I also feel like Horatio, like you chose a stump not under one of the roofs, like you're sitting in the rain.
Yeah, I'm totally Charlie emoing this, like I'm sad and alone. And hungry.
Sad David Tennant.
Charlie's sitting there like, this better not unlock something in me.
So very hungry.
Yeah, sad David Tennant gif.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, sad David Tennant. Yeah, so and then obviously the rest of you have shown up by this time. You see Horatio crying. Cyrus is just standing there, with, like probably looking at Naomi, who's holding the dead purple chicken thing.
She was important. I'm gonna go up to Horatio. She was important to us both.
Thanks, Wickle.
Now, we can make her a part of both of us forever.
Yes. Yes. So hungry. So hungry.
Horatio and I go to cook Henley.
Naomi actually just like goes nope and like tries to hand it to Irvine. Irvine goes, no, you told me not to touch them things. I'm not touching them things. If y'all motherfuckers want to cook it, you're going to cook it yourself.
I don't even have the energy to work out right now. Someone else do it.
I'll provide the veggies, but if you want to cook that thing, I'm not kicking it for you.
Cook or work out.
You have veggies?
Hey, you've got veggies, eh?
Exactly how poisonous did you estimate this to be?
Well, Naomi says, well, I mean, we haven't eaten one since number 13. This is, quite a few generations later. Either he's less poisonous or more poisonous. I mean, last time he was just violently ill and burped a lot of bubbles. Did say it tasted delicious, however.
You said you had vegetables?
Irvine, yeah, you see Irvine, like he's carting around like a pot like of like vegetables that he's setting to the side of the fire.
So
Hey.
I'm gonna risk it. Is like the pot already on the fire? Or is he like getting it ready to go in?
No, he's got one pot there that was simmering for some sort of meat or something going. And he's got like another like shallow pot with just like cut up veggies in it at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just reaching in and grabbing a fistful of carrots or whatever they are and just gonna chow down on that.
Okay. He just like, whatever. Yeah, there's you can put the chicken, it looks like it'll be easy enough to pluck in 2 seconds, and then if you want to put them in the pot, that's up to you. You cook them how you want to cook them. I'm not being responsible for that.
I'm just gonna keep eating these vegetables until he says something. If there's none left, that's his
yeah.
problem.
If you keep eating, he eventually like smacks you with a wooden spoon. He's like, "Oh, it's for the camp. Fuck off."
Really
It's for
right
all of us. They only got limited supplies every day. It's India people today. All right. So
am I satiated? By the way, like how's
no?
this,
It said specifically you need to eat a large meal.
No, I'm just gonna, every time he looks away, I'm stealing another carrot.
He like eventually like he comes back and the pan's basically empty. There's like one mushroom and a carrot in it. What the fuck? Oh, you people. All right, you're all a bit hungry today, are you? Hey, tell you what, we're supposed to have a feast day every once in a while. I guess today is going to be it, eh?
Do you need assistance in replenishing your provisions?
Nah, I don't need assistance. That's fine. We got the labor for that anyways if I need it.
So, through sheer coincidence, this GIF was just linked to me by a friend, and had absolutely nothing to do with this. It's in Thursday tabletop channel.
Check-in good from the Fifth Element. Yeah.
Seconds ago, they just linked that to me. It's like completely nothing, like out of the blue.
So is anyone cooking the chicken, or are we just going to leave that aside?
I mean, so long as there's other food available, I'm just gonna keep eating that because it's already ready to eat. Where the chicken is effort. I need food now. Food now.
I will give the chicken a proper burial unless one of them wants it for experiments.
Naomi, if you're not going to cook it and eat it, would like the chicken back to dissect it.
Okay. She can have the chicken back.
You know, it's the strangest thing.
And I will inform her that, it's like, while we were in there, I did feel more comfortable. The heat didn't seem to have an effect.
Well, that's
as
good.
much as before.
I probably won't give you another chicken. Wrong accent. I probably won't give you another chicken for a while, but I mean, maybe soon.
It's been
whatever you're doing, it seems to be working.
It has been a strange day.
I fell in and out of love with a chicken in a matter of minutes. What does that mean?
Well, they do that. They have a mystical bond of connection of some kind. I'm not entirely sure how
Horatio.
or why.
It's a feeling I've never felt before.
Horatio,
Yes.
speaking of weird feelings we've never felt before, can you just like weep like a baby again?
I would never do such a thing. What are you talking about? Check out these muscles.
Can you just give him the chicken again? And
Like, check. Oh, how's this? How's this for clucking? I'll start like making my abs like flex for him. Like, how's that for a chicken?
Oh God, never mind. It's ruined.
Naomi and Irvine both just stand there like watching for a while, like to the point where Irvine starts burning some vegetables. He's like, "Ah, shite!"
Yeah, my abs have that effect on people.
Lance will walk up behind Horatio and just give him a slap on the back. I'm like, I thought you were dead.
You thought I was dead?
Yeah, you ran off. Friggin' gumball there did a thing, and you disappeared.
A part of me did die, so you were right. I'll miss you, Clucky.
I almost threw gumball off the edge.
Wow, we've all.
Her name was Henley. Get it right.
Henley.
You
What?
did throw
No.
yourself off the edge instead.
I mean,
Oh,
look,
shot, but no way, this is a shot.
we've thought about tossing gunball off cliffs more than once. I can't blame him.
So with that, you have a large meal. Everyone feels satisfied after your absolutely ravenous hunger from that random place that you went to with all the what I can only say is like a Studio Ghibli style hallway. And yeah, you feel a lot better.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
That happened.
I've changed my mind about the crystal. I do want to grind it down and turn it into a snortable dust.
Oh god.
That way I can become closest with it.
Yeah, it's addictive and a mild hallucinogenic. It's not like super strong, like you're not dropping like full on acid. I'd say it's more along the lines of like a mild shroom.
Yeah, but we have enough to like make like a lot.
Yes, you do. And it's up to you. I mean, you could even like refine and concentrate it for all I give a shit. I don't know how deep this rabbit hole is gonna go, so that's up to you. If you guys suddenly run this as a drug cartel from this point on, I mean, I'm just here to react to what you guys do. I don't.
I mean, Charlie's already halfway to being a tweaker, what with all the, random taking apart of shit and stuff. So.
Oh, yeah.
Hey guys, I took apart your TV. Fuck.
Copper pipes.
Massive leg.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh shit. So with that, you guys spend a good night. Like you feel like overly full. It's one of those you kind of have a food coma afterwards. You unfortunately you did get some parts. You got some thom dust and like a part and some shins. You didn't really luck out too much in the way of salvage. You kind of got some more of the odd sections of the tower, or the pylon this time.
A little bit.
Yeah. So are you guys going to delve in again 26 hours later, or is there something else that you wanted to do?
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not looking forward to walking back in there. Hey, it's interesting, but it's like, yeah, I'll go in if you guys really want to go in, but...
I do think that we could find more salvage. Oh, I found this, by the way, and I hold out the thom dust.
Sorry, what'd you hold out?
Thom dust.
Tom does.
Yeah, 2 containers of thom dust. I'm actually putting it in the party pot right now.
There you go.
There's so many goodies in there. Sniff like a big line of the fucking crystal.
What exactly is that?
It's crystal.
Is that crystal I found?
And I want to say it's like neon pink.
I don't think you understand, Max. I need it inside me.
I do not understand.
You don't understand because it's not inside you.
It makes me see all the things. I have so many friends now.
And I imagine it's like little like unicorns and rainbows and
Yeah, and Charlie's eyes like are basically all black pupil.
like a cartoon kitten.
Are you functional?
Functioning better than ever. Let's go.
Charlie can now see through time. I mean, everyone
Oh,
can,
God.
but
I think I know what Charlie's last name is now. It's Sheen.
Just winning.
Yeah.
One speed, one gear, go.
go.
You starting to sound like a ratio there.
So you've got a massive amount of this dust. Eventually, I will come to the point where I'm like, you're out of dust now. But you've got a massive amount right now. I mean, you with the help of everybody, like carted out a shit ton of that crystal. So you have it on your character sheet until we get to the point where maybe I just throw an intrusion out, being like, guess who's out, okay. And then withdrawals are a thing.
Yep.
What's that song by Guns N' Roses? You used to do a little, but then the little was too little, and then the little got more and more. Like, Are you gonna like? Is there like a scale? Like a little bit gets him high, but every day he's got to do twice as much.
I'm probably not going to get into that detail just because I'm lazy.
Well, I don't know.
Logistics of space drugs.
Eventually, it's gonna take more and more. It's like you even said before, the effect is going to diminish as you go along, so he's going to need to do more.
Well, actually, the crystal is less effective the longer it stays out. So
Yeah.
It's true. So the next day happens. It's getting close to the time when the horn would blast, and you would definitely hear being able to get in. Is Horatio allowed to be that sexy? Yes, DJ Dippa, he's allowed to be that sexy.
No, it's too sexy.
No, it's too sexy. So yeah. You guys are delving back in despite the protestations of Lance?
I think we're doing it especially because of the protestations of Lance.
This is true. This is very true.
You don't want to go in? We're going in.
We're going in. We're doing it. It's too sexy. Antonio Banderas on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, that's what it's from. Yeah.
No,
it's too sexy.
Yeah, too sexy.
It's like I'm gonna unbutton my shirt, but I must.
All right. Lance, I am going to get you to roll the hex for me this time. Let's see where you go here. A 1 and a 5. Okay. I'm surprised this is the first time you guys have come across this. You try as you might crawling through the superheated tunnels of the Tokari pylon, going through this place. You the tubes and everything that you're crawling through, mild burns on your hands, the stifling humidity within the pylon itself. Despite all of this, you seem to sort of get lost in the side corridors. Next thing you know, you're back into the Arterial Ways. 20 minutes go by and nothing really seems to have been fruitful. There isn't anything to salvage. Just pipes and more pipes.
All right, we're making good headway. This is all new area. I've never seen that pipe before. Let's keep going.
All right.
Hey, look,
for me.
my tools
Works
that
for
I
me.
dropped.
So in this case, we're gonna have well, let's just let's just keep cycling around the list here. Max, give me let's hex it up. 3 and 4. You guys just you don't want to hit the combat, do you? You just don't want to hit that combat. I'm okay with that. You'll learn everything eventually.
Suckers.
We'd rather fight each other over chickens anyways.
Apparently, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Jake Fishy, you come up with some of the best complication redeems in channel. Fucking love it.
People almost died over that chicken.
Yeah.
You can only earn so much inspiration out of your games.
You almost fell 150 meters because you got angry over it's just
90% of the shit that's happened this session has been purely because of Twitch channel injecting the weird.
Yeah, the addictive ceiling and the chicken are all from the Twitch channel. Thank you, Twitch. You're awesome.
I'm not gonna lie. I had an out in case I did fall. I have a gravity nullifier.
Okay. Well, I wasn't gonna have you instantly fall, but I wanted to make it interesting when you missed grabbing him. So
yeah, that's why I didn't use it right away. I want to make this interesting.
So you go through the usual once again, going there's the series of pipes in different corridors. Eventually, you reach a junction where you're not sure if this is a room or just another series of corridors that meet each other, or maybe it's neither. I mean, who knows what entities made this enigmatic thing. But it appears to be an oddly shaped space, once again with more countless pipes and tubes of various size running through it. However, off to one side, a few hexagon boxes are affixed to parts of these pipes. They glow a orangey red with what is probably extreme heat. Tucked in between a couple of the larger tubes is a metallic suit of some kind. It seems to be old and corroded into place in a crouching position near one of the boxes. This particular box does not seem to be glowing with intense heat in any way. The suit itself seems to be almost partially melted to the tubes.
I would like to try and deconstruct the suit.
Okay. When you go up to the suit, you find, much to your horror, the suit's not empty. There's because the suit's crouched away from you, right? So you didn't see in it's not like a spacesuit with a big bubble or anything. It's actually two little eye holes. And as you're tinkering around and just doing your initial assessment of the suit, you realize there's eyes in those eye holes, and they actually look at you. They're bloodshot and sweaty, and a little bit yellow as well.
Oh, this thing's alive! This thing's alive!
Lance raises his hammer up and gets ready to hit it.
Wait.
Can I give it some crystal dust? Can I just put it up to its snooter? Is its nose accessible?
No. It does seem to be think of it almost like a diving suit style of suit.
Okay.
Oh, God's to con.
Yeah, pretty much. It just seems to be there. It's completely unmoving. The suit itself looks to be fairly old. Like I said, parts of it seem to be somewhat melted or corroded in various ways. There does seem to be gizmos on the suit that still seem to be actively working.
Yeah, is there any Numenera that I can take off of him?
The suit yourself, as you test it, you realize the suit itself is made of an extraordinarily hard synth metal of some kind. If you had the right tools and enough time, maybe you could free the man. However, the Numenera devices on the suit that still seem to be working do seem to be something you could salvage if you wish.
Perhaps we should figure out what those are doing first before we remove them.
So just to clarify, the dude that is in the suit, is he still alive then?
I think so.
That sucks.
You hear no noise, but at one point, looking at his eyes, you see the head sort of violently shaking as if someone was screaming.
Okay, we gotta get him out of there somehow.
How much time do you think it would take to get him out?
I couldn't begin to guess.
Is the suit fused to the floor?
Dippa, is Horatio sexy enough to break the Twitch TOS? Those nips.
Love it. Only if he gets in a hot tub.
Oh, or it gets cold enough.
Cut glass with these nipples.
You can cut him out of that suit. We just need to get Horatio aroused enough.
Oh.
Dear Lord.
I still started oiling up my chest.
Here, this will help your train of thought. I'm as hard as a rock.
I mean, like, I've got tools. I've got tools.
Uh-huh.
We might be able to get him out, but we might get trapped in here is the problem.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm actually going to expend a Cypher to get a better idea of what's going on here. I will activate my X-ray viewer program.
I'm back.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so you can like see through the suit and like to the individual inside of it and stuff then.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's as even though I'm making it like a super hard synth steel, I'm not saying like it stops X-ray vision or anything. You can still see through it. Yeah, you look through the suit and there's definitely a person inside of it, and they attempt to move now and again, much to no avail, as the suit seems to be completely locked, and it's like it's in that crouching position where it's like one knee on the floor, one knee kind of like up, like he's like half kneeling down. Looks like he was reaching out towards the hexagonal box that's in front of him when it sort of froze into place. The body itself, he looks rough. It's hard to tell because X-ray vision, I mean, you don't see him so much as you're just seeing like bits of him and his bones and insides and stuff like that. It's hard to process all at once. But it looks like he's been here long enough that there's been wear and tear in his body. He's been kneeling long enough that you think that his right leg, the one that's actually like kneeling, has fractured over time just from being in this kneeling position.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy's like fused to the ground, right?
Yeah, the suit looks like semi-melted and somewhat corroded. Probably gets a little worse each day.
Ooh, okay.
Detecting multiple fractures in his kneeling leg, as well as repeated strain and other deformities.
Horatio, could you roll me an intellect, please, and
yes,
ease it by 1.
Okay, I will add a ease by 1 level. Roll. Oh, it's a good roll.
Really good roll.
Well, I mean, thankfully it's eased by 1. Okay, you don't really get anything from that description. I was gonna say, because you're so used to, you've got a lot of information on wear and tear in the body in certain circumstances. I was gonna give you something, but you have no idea. You have no idea.
Okay. So I'm gonna like replicate. I'm gonna like replicate his pose.
Okay.
And like, he's reaching towards some box.
Yeah. You know what? 1 is still an easy task. I'm gonna give you a little bit. You figure that you were told that his leg is broken, despite the fact that like he didn't have a fall or anything. Kind of thinking to yourself like, how long would I have to kneel here for my leg to break? And you're thinking this guy's been here for, best estimate, I'm gonna say your character probably thinks months.
Okay. He's been here a long time.
At least months?
A couple of wounds, easily.
How the hell is he still alive?
How has he survived
He
this
should have
long?
died of starvation and thirst by now, unless the suit maybe.
Possibly, yes. Some sort of arcane Numenera. It does appear to be functioning. It's just not the suit itself. I'm actually going to check out some of the Numenera, see if there's something that...
the other thing I forgot to mention, the suit itself, while you're using your X-ray vision, you do see crawling up and down his, what seems to be relatively emaciated body, very, not quite nano, but very tiny robots going up and down his body, and what they seem to be sort of assisting him with any surface damage on his body.
Okay, so there appears to be some sort of life-giving Numenera at work within the suit.
He's got like little bugs on him.
Yes.
Let's get him out of there. And Lance is gonna like huddle over him and like grab him around the waist or the waist of like his suit and try and like pry him off the ground.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and this would be feats.
And I'm going to spend a little effort.
That feat skill is doing a lot of work today.
This is all we gotta do is just break stuff.
Yeah, you guys have just been trying to break shit all day. That's why.
So, okay. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. Roll. Oh.
No, not even close.
Can I spend an XP to reroll?
Yes, you can.
Do I take it off my XP pool here, or do you deduct it?
No, you do it. I'm lazy. Best explanation.
There we go.
That's a little bit better. Also, I forgot to change the music to Rune Delving. We've been just on the same music this entire time. There. And then we'll get rid of the belligerent. All right. All right. Beats difficulty 6. No, he does not budge.
Well, I tried.
You
Cyrus,
strain
what
to
do
the
you-
point where you feel like the muscles in your lower back like starting to give, and you're like, nope.
Cyrus, Charlie, what do you make of this? And I just point to the Numenera devices on the outside.
Well, I guess I'll take a look and see if I can figure out what exactly some of these devices do.
Okay.
I find the first Numenera that this thing has that's got a button on it, and I press it.
You just press the first button you see? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Oh, good. And you already rolled your Numenera for me. Difficulty 5. Oh, cool. Okay. Charlie.
Oh,
All right, Charlie. All right, Charlie. Charlie bit my finger. I'm proposing an intrusion. Let's make this bad.
I accept.
This group is a chaos.
Oh yeah.
Let's give this point to Max, because he's probably going to hate whatever happens next.
Okay.
I,
Okay. All right. Sweet. So Cyrus, you're just starting to peer at the Numenera, which is almost like a backpack shaped bit of like device. Actually, it wouldn't be backpack. I guess it would probably be on the front. So there's like a small like pouch shaped device on the front of it. And you're looking around, and you see a button on the side. You're pretty sure that's some sort of like disable release button for the Numenera device from the suit. And you imagine if you were to disable it or release it, it would probably slowly kill the man inside, but it would release the device. And just as you're about to tell everyone about this, Charlie reaches over and just pushes it, and you hear there's like a and then a pop, and the thing like tunk, 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 falls off. The port that it was plugged into, like a little sliding thing goes over top of it. You hear and it's just smooth now.
Oh darn.
Oh boy.
Max, you can see the man inside of the suit starting to thrash in a panicked, violent manner.
I do believe that if you are able to, you should undo whatever you just did.
I press the button again.
You pick up the device, you press the button again, nothing happens.
I'll try to like plug it back into the chest and press the button again.
There's nowhere to plug it back
I'm
into.
keeping him alive.
Like I said, the plate went over top of where it had exited from, and now it's just smooth.
I do believe that he needs to be extracted immediately.
All right, start hitting the thing with the hammer.
Clang! Clang! All right, yeah. Roll, attack with the hammer for me, please.
Oh, wrong thing.
Oh, by the way, I also rolled Numenera knowledge there.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It seems to be a solid hit with the hammer, but it does not seem to be doing much of anything to this suit. It is a very durable suit. You figure to have survived and kept someone alive in the environment of this pylon for so long, it's going to take a lot to get into it. Max, you rolled a knowledge, but for what reason?
Oh, that was to basically try and identify some of the Numenera on the suit to see if there's anything that could be accessed for the suit itself.
Oh yeah, it was just that one device that was on the front that popped off.
Okay.
That Cyrus noticed. That everything else seems to be contained within the suit.
Right. Okay.
This poor bastard's like dying now, and I don't think there's anything we can do about it.
Charlie?
Charlie out of its misery.
Charlie is holding the panel and like is in shock, like staring at what is happening right now. Like, did I just kill this man? Did I just kill this man? Did I just kill this man?
Yeah, Charlie, do you have any of those Numenera swords from the Bordrove Labyrinth?
I pull out the sword.
I'm going to try applying that and see if I can use that to cut through the armor.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know now. I mean, aside from the fact that it allows a new Cypher to be slotted into it, it's just a sword. It's just basically a synth steel sword, just like but normal like steel, like hardness.
He's obviously suffering now and dying. I think we accidentally unhooked his life support system.
Yeah, you did.
But if we're keeping him alive, I think is now. I think all we
that
can
is
do now
a correct theory.
That was his life support system.
I think all we can do now is ease his suffering.
How?
Everyone else concur?
Sure.
It does seem to be the humane
Everybody
thing.
back. Okay, everybody back off to a safe.
Wait. Before you do this, is there a way to like crack a little hole in the helmet?
Not that you've seen so far. It seems to be extraordinarily hard.
It's like there's no like glass peeper or something or anything that would like have like air intake on the inside.
Yeah, closest to like.
The only thing that you
Whatever's
saw that had any
eyeball.
sort of intake on it was the device that you just took off, but then it closed over with a panel.
I just want to get this guy high before he dies. Poor bastard. All right, do it. Do what you're gonna do. Kill him.
Everybody back away to a safe distance.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'll do a little backflip.
All right,
Back, further.
Yep.
Okay.
just a little further.
Is that there's a thing I could roll? Oh wait, there we go. No, that's archive item, open item sheet. Okay, I can't actually like roll it or anything. Can I drag it to here? No. Well, whatever. I'm using my detonation matter disruption cipher.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. How much damage does that do?
9. It's a level 9 cipher.
It's a level 9 cipher. 9. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll bypass the armor.
All right, and it didn't go poof.
Oh my god, and you kept it. Your fucking character build. I don't even know how that would work, considering it's like a grenade, but somehow the grenade stays intact and you're able to pick it up afterwards again. Unless you flavored it as like a little like beam device or something.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's hard to say. It could be like some sort of like energy projector that kind of.
Okay, so yeah, let's say it's like a little like it looks like a remote, like an old-timey TV remote. It's got like a weird little antenna thing in the end and just like a big old button. And you just like take this thing out, and you're like boop, whoop, whoop. And there's just this this like strange, like iridescent explosion that doesn't seem to have as much noise to it as you would expect from an explosion. Instead, there's like now sort of like a spherical area in the corridor where just like a bunch of dust falls and rains. There's a few shards of the suit left over, just like a little bit of the shell, but for the most part, the suit has also just sort of disintegrated. And there's the occupant inside is, of course, just dust and gone.
Oh, yeah.
now.
Sorry, buddy, but at least we were able to ease his suffering. After making suffering worse. Let's not touch on that.
It's never happened.
Look, it's pretty clear he's been sitting there for many moons and broke his legs by doing it. So we didn't really make his suffering worse. We just ended it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what I was going to be able to do for him with my hammer, but I had to try something.
Exactly. We were out of options at this point. It was the most humane course of action.
Indeed.
Out of game, the man had been kneeling there for 5 years.
Wow.
The suit kept him alive.
He loved us murdering him.
Yeah. I mean,
he was like, yes, push the button. I'll die. It's great.
Like, he was probably, like, overcome with joy for a second there, actually, at the thing being yanked off. It's like, am I finally going to be able to die?
I'm coming home, Martha.
Oh.
Are you salvaging what's in the box, then?
Yes.
We'll try, yeah.
All right.
Like, I would have obviously tried to aim this to, like, take out as little of the other stuff as possible.
Charlie was holding the box. So
Yeah.
you already basically salvaged the Numenera off of him. You could. You just got to actually like open the box and take all the bits out.
Charlie's holding the box and like clutching it right now while like freaking the fuck out.
I will calmly approach Charlie and just sort of like gently grasp the box and try to we should look inside and see what was left.
Max, I killed that man.
Yeah, you did. You're a little murderer.
That's something that I'm incapable of deceit, so yes, you did. Though technically it was Cyrus that ultimately killed the man.
It's me.
At one point, her scream becomes like a high-pitched whine that only like dogs can hear. So like their mouth is still like agape and like just like pure terror in their eyes, but like just like no sound is audibly coming out anymore.
And
Dogs and Horatio.
he was trapped in a living hell. There was nothing we could do for him other than to ease his suffering. And like,
I will a bit stiffly just reach over, put my arm around Charlie and just pat them on the back. There. It will be fine.
That is the most awkward thing I've ever seen.
Attempt at emotion.
It's unsettling.
I mean, depending on what ciphers you guys had, like, I mean, there was always a chance you could have freed him, but it wasn't easy. He was in a very nice suit. At least
The only other
once
cipher I
I-
had was one that would have sucked the water out of him.
Dust.
I'm picturing like the awkwardness of Max trying to like give Charlie comfort, akin to like that scene in Deathly Hallows where Voldemort kind of like gives Draco like this awkward as fuck hug.
It's like, oh, all right, I guess it's happening. It's fine.
Like, how does this work?
I like it. All right, yeah. So you taking the box apart then after the like mental breakdown, emotional breakdown?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. In this particular case, I'm not making you roll to salvage it. You just literally had to open the box, so you just get the salvage. because you had to kill a man to get it. So that was enough of payment. I'm gonna give you more than that. That's the shittiest roll. That's better. Although I could really roll better on those parts. I'm gonna roll better on the parts. Oh, there you go. Much better. Okay. So you're gonna get 10 shins. I'm assuming it's Charlie that's taking it apart this time.
Yeah.
So 10 shins. You're gonna get 6 parts. That is the wrong table. Oh, that's unexpected. Okay. A plan seed. I'm gonna have to decide what that is in a second.
Okay.
Ooh.
And 1 tamed iron. I don't even know
I
what that is.
remember the chart. That one's pretty good.
Is it? I don't remember.
Tamed
Salvage.
iron?
Tamed iron.
Yeah.
I think we've gotten. That's a level 9 crafting type.
Whoa.
Oh.
Well, now we know what the suit was made out of.
Oh, it's actually it's not like a like it's little glittering dust in like a tube. That can become a self-organizing tool. Basically, you tell it what to become.
It's semi-intelligent microscopic Lego.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah.
It's the only thing known that can actually stop the iron wind, or will quell it for a little while. Which is hopefully a weather effect you guys will never roll. That would suck.
What the hell's the iron wind?
You've only heard rumors. It's a weather effect that causes things to distort and mutate and just be completely rearranged.
Well, shit, I want to roll that now.
So I'm basically picturing just a cloud of fucking nanites that just...
Yeah, out of game,
Fuck
it's
it up.
like the gray ooze situation. It's a cloud of fucking nanites that's gone crazy. Your characters don't know that. It's a demon for all you know.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, so plan seed. What are we on? I'm in the wrong book. That's why. Fuck, you found another plan seed, as if you don't already know enough. Now you can make something else. Come on. All right.
I know so many things.
Oh, now you know one more. All right. Roll a. Oh, I know what I could do. Yeah. So here.
Hey, it's almost worth the emotional trauma.
There's no therapy. there's no therapy here.
Therapies hit things with a hammer until you feel good.
Charlie, roll a D5 for me, please.
You got it, Chief.
Oh, never mind. Roll a D4. That one makes no sense. I don't know why you would get a vehicle plan out of this. Okay, artifact I can handle. That I can do. What I can do. Here we are. Roll a percentile. Let's go. I like going a little crazy with this. 7.
Below 7.
That kind of makes sense. Okay. What all is involved in battle armor?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, he rolled a full suit of synth and steel armor covering the entirety of the wearer's body, which, I mean, how does that not, like, that just makes sense. Just makes sense. This armor is far hardier, yet somewhat lighter than 9th world smithing techniques it could ever manage with actual steel. It's a heavy armor, but grants an additional +2 armor, or +3 if at level 9 or above, in addition to the 3 armor. So it's a +5, like it's 5 armor normally.
Oof.
Further, it's entirely sealed, has its only eternally renewed atmosphere. This is what the guy was wearing. Yeah. Yeah, it's an environment. It's an armored environmental suit.
I saw enough of it to get a plan seed of it.
Yeah, apparently.
Do you want me to add that, or are you gonna add that?
I'll add it for you afterwards. Neat thing is, depletion is just dash. It can't deplete for being armor. Like, it just always stays as armor. But at any time, the GM can rule that the armor sustained enough damage that the atmosphere and environmental protections cease. But other than that, it just stays being armor. It's an artifact that won't wear out.
If only we knew where there was a fountain of synth steel that we could use to make that stuff.
But it is a minimum of a level 6 artifact. Minimum.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be cheap to make. Yeah, you know what? That it makes too much sense. I'm fucking giving it to you. Found like an Iron Man suit.
I'm here for it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. That was a good find. Holy crap. It wasn't parts, but you can work up to it. Oh, you did find some parts.
We definitely know not to have that thing encounter a lot of heat, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because otherwise, you're trapped in your own hell.
End up like
At least
Dr.
not this
Doom at the
place
end
level
of
of heat.
Fantastic Four.
I mean, it does protect you against. It protects the person inside against it. Because even this, like, I'm not making this up. Even this, it says it also applies. The armor's rating applies to damage that often isn't reduced by typical armor, such as heat, cold, electricity, etc. Intellect damage is the only thing that it doesn't apply to.
Ah.
Like, it just protects you against everything.
We found essentially another means of exploring this place, though.
Yeah. Probably a more expensive means, but also a more permanent means as well. Like, the suit won't run out per se. Like, there's no depletion rating, unlike the Cyphers that would be a one and done. Wow.
Hey.
God damn, that was a good find. Talk about luck of the rolls for today. All right. So that was your second go. Are you pushing it and doing a third, or are you leaving?
We should probably leave while the going's getting good.
Because you think you can push it for a third, and as long as nothing bad happens, you'll make it out with no problem. You'll make it out in time.
I think. Come on, guys. Let's live dangerously. Risk it for the biscuit.
You really are bloodthirsty.
So what's happening?
All right.
You guys are risking it?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, you all
Let it
die.
ride, baby. Let it ride.
I mean, I don't know about the rest of you. I can get out of here in a split second if I need to.
I start applying gel.
Penalty to what roll?
Oh, you're gonna see. Let's see what he's gonna do.
Oh,
Make it.
okay. Just whatever's next. Okay.
Ted, I've pulled out one of the Ember Scon goo things and I started using it.
Okay, you cover yourself in goo?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's do it. So you cover yourself in the goo. Charlie, can you hex for me? Roll hex.
Yep.
What I'm thinking here is that whatever you find is a bad one now. That's kind of where I'm going with this.
You know what? That's kind of boring for the end of the day. Let's can you Horatio, can you give me a hex roll, please?
If you so desire. Why isn't it? There we go. Let's roll it first. You might get another one.
2. God damn it. Cyrus, can you give me one, please? I'm just going to keep going until we actually hit one of the spots and it's not just empty. I'll X these out. 5, and then 1. Oh, there we go. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not too bad for the end. So, although you guys still just skirting around all of the combat or deadly lethal situations, you're just picking your way through. Okay. But instead, you get to, you wind through the corridors, heading through more of the pipes and tubes and everything like that, eventually wandering through what seems to be a hole in a rather large tube to this offshoot area of some kind. And there's all these hexagonal boxes that seem to be just set on top of each other. And they are fairly easy to open, and inside you find a bunch of parts in Iota. You just find stuff. So you get roll. I'm gonna have. We haven't had many. Lance, you would have been next for rolling for stuff. Lance, roll 1d6 plus. 1d3 plus 2. 1d3 plus 2. 4. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right. Let's do it up. All right. Give me a second here. I'll write this shit down. Institutions. Iom apt clay. What was that?
Oh, that's one of the things we need for the thing.
Okay, next. Not the greatest. Could be worse. 3. 2 of them? Yes. Get rid of those. The fuck is that? Well, that's another highly level 1. Fuck. Okay. Go. You will get these in just a second. I got about one more roll to do. And okay, that. And what is that? Okay, not as high level as I thought it was. Still pretty good though. Still pretty good. Okay. All right. Who's writing this down? What you got?
One of the eggheads.
Yeah, if it's parts and stuff, I'll add it to my list because I already got a fuck ton of them.
Okay. All right. Because I know you got the party pot as well if you need. So you get 11 shins.
Oh yeah, we do have the party pot. Hold on, that's a better idea.
Yeah, because that's where I put the foam dust that I got earlier.
So 11 shins.
11
brings
shins.
it up to 24 in there.
Okay, you get 2 apt clay.
2 apt clay. Hold on, is that in our item? Can we drag those? Or do we have to add them in manually?
You can in the compendiums under the stuff folder, there's a salvage compendium that has all the stuff in it. You should be able to see it.
Salvage. Okay, so apt clay.
Should be able to see it.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it?
Yep.
Okay, 1 Virtuon particle.
Oh.
Okay.
1 Quantium.
What the hell is quantium?
I don't know. And 17 parts.
And 17 parts. Let's move one part in here.
You guys actually did really good on your rolls.
Oh, wow. Quantium is like this type of items, glittering points of light that are almost always confined inside an opaque synth box. One box represents about 1 unit of quantium. In addition to being a needful crafting material, 3 units of quantium can be used to attempt to move the user 1 round back in time. A difficult 5 intellect task.
Oh my god.
Best, they can relive the previous round and change what action they took. On a failure, the user instead hops forward about a minute. For the user, not that fast as for everybody else. The user's simply gone for a minute. So you could potentially take a short trip back in time. With
Wow.
3 units of quantium.
Oh, it's time distortion.
Yeah.
That is incredibly dangerous.
And then the Virtuon particle was also like beefy. Like it doesn't do anything super extra special like quantium, but it's a level 8 crafting material.
Yeah.
And then we also have that level 9 crafting material we found earlier.
And 17 parts. That was a massive amount of parts.
Yep.
You
we need what, like 6 per device?
Depending. It depends on what you're building, what level, stuff like that. It varies. But yeah, that's you hit a resource cache. That was massive. That was a massive way to sort of finish her off. We're gonna slowly bring you guys over. I guess I should have preloaded the main page again. I forgot if we haven't been there for a while. It uncaches it. My bad. It'll take a few seconds to get over. I apologize for that. I should have pre-cached it. Or I should have preloaded it. Because you guys are like, you had no issues, so you're definitely going to get out of the pylon at that point, and it is pretty much the time that we'd be ending for the night anyways. So with that, the group has managed to salvage a bit from what seems to be some sort of maintenance or storage room or something, leftover room, refuse room, you have no idea. Some sort of room with these boxes of parts in them and stuff. And with that, you make it back to the camp. Rather fruitful day of fighting each other over chickens, getting addicted to substances, and slowly killing a man in his own suit that had been there going crazy for years. I think it was a pretty good day, all things considering. So,
and
thank
now
you.
I know how to make that suit.
And now you know how to make the suit that malfunctioned and got a guy stuck there for 5 years. Great. Let's hope that the same thing doesn't happen to you. It'd be kind of funny if it did.
I'm gonna stick my automaton that I make inside of it.
Oh, there you go. Oh, super beefy automaton.
Oh, but if the automaton goes crazy and kills us all, that'll suck.
Thank
So
you
I'm just
for
creating
the
a final
ideas.
boss. Yeah.
Stop making Terminators.
Whistle innocently at this point, or rather play whistleinnocently.mp3.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for joining us for another session of Numenera. I'm really enjoying this campaign so far. I think everyone's meshed like super well.
Speaking of Terminators, do we not have a crystal that lets us go back in time?
You need 2 more.
God.
You have to have 3 of them to try it.
How many to get John Connor?
You need a Triforce for time travel. Don't you know?
All right, let's do it.
But yeah, no, super awesome. Thank you everyone for joining. If you are on the YouTubes, don't forget to subscribe and all of that stuff. Of course, if you're not on the YouTubes, go to the YouTubes and subscribe and all that stuff. Ignore the random bots on YouTube. As the only people that actually say anything on the YouTube chat right now. Just ignore them. Whatever. It's fine. But please go to the YouTube, subscribe. I really want to get enough people on there that I can get it monetized, because then I can start focusing on the channel more often. Videos are going up fairly regularly. I think I had like 2 videos go up within the past week, so like they're going to be pumped out fairly regularly. Not just live play RPGs, but also commentary videos, deep dives, all of that stuff. So please go like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your mom's friend, tell your mom's and anybody else, your cousin's ex-girlfriend's former roommate, whatever, all of that stuff.
Tell your mom's new boyfriend who's not your real dad.
Exactly.
How about your wife's new boyfriend?
Your wife's new boyfriend. Yeah, go tell your wife's new boyfriend. Be like, hey, you know, like, put the sheet over your junk for a second, and please go follow Kid Hub, subscribe on YouTube. Thank you. Good job. And yeah, all that stuff. So I think it is time that we raid out. Let's raid to somebody. Unless you're on YouTube, then you're not.
Are you saying that your channel is the Chuck E. Cheese of gaming, or of Twitch?
Is my channel the Chuck E. Cheese of Twitch? What's that even mean? What does that even mean?
So go to your mom's boyfriend or your new dad.
Droki's going.
Does it also make pizza and animatronic robot displays?
I was about to say, that sounds like someone who would just stream 5 minutes of Freddy's continuously.
I think I'm gonna attempted to raid Droki, but I think I kind of want to keep it to the Friendo group, because I've been trying to support that lately. So I think I'm actually gonna raid to Kirby. I'm gonna give a shout out to Droki anyways. Feel free, like, check them out. They're good shit. They're good shit. But we're going to actually do the raid to Kirby, because Kirby is also good shit. So
he's even better because he's one of the friendos.
He's one of the friendos. Join the friendos. If you're on the YouTubes, you'll see there should be a link in the description for friendos. If I did it right, I didn't forget it again. There we go. Okay, starting the raid. So let them know, as usual, let them know where you came from. Maybe stick around for a few minutes, say hello, that type of thing. And yeah, in that case, have yourself a good one, eh? And for the YouTube guys,